Hello, we're back with Unwound Futures. We on pause. If I remember correctly, for whatever reason, since yesterday, I've been thinking about the word bird, which tells me that we're supposed to do a parrot mission.
Very astute.
It's been stuck in your mind, the word bird.
Mind. You got 4 ropes.
Did that work or not? It did not work.
Because
Okay,
it blocks his path.
Okay. So this also won't. Wait, does that work or does that not work?
Oh, maybe because it intersects with the fruit.
Oh my god!
Help, 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 help!
Oh, this is where the time limit comes into play. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I mean, I guess that... Where does that take me?
Boing.
What the
Boing.
fuck?
Oh!
Like, that's real. That's real neato, but, like... Bird, you're...
Help. Help him.
Oh, he died with 0 seconds left. Wow, that's crazy.
Help him.
All right. I guess I mean, instead of that, I could do this, right? That's just straight.
True.
How high does he go, though? Can he drum back and forth?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, game. All right. I mean, let's try that.
He dadgum hit the corner.
Oh,
shit. Oh, ooh,
that's not
wait a
what I was
minute.
Expecting.
This could be good.
Sure. The tomato acts as a hitbox, I guess. Oh, that's not gonna make it.
Oh wait, is he gonna make it? Is he gonna?
Oh!
No! Oh!
What? What was that?
Yikes.
I like that he Super Mario stops midair and falls off screen when time runs out.
What the absolute fuck was
That
that?
was sick.
That was bullshit, and you know it.
Oh.
I don't fucking know. Is there anything we can do with that?
Is there anything you can do?
Is there something we can do?
God, this bird's so
Try
fun. Oh!
something. Let's go! That was sick.
Okay, we did it. Cool.
Nice.
It has been done!
Woo.
Sick. All right. Well, cool. Neat. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right. We're heading to the observatory.
Yep, we gotta catch up with Luke.
You mean the villain?
No.
The bad guy of the whole... Oh. Wait, aren't these both
there.
Grant?
Oh shit, wait, it is.
You there, with shady expression. Look me in the eyes when I talk to you.
You want to take Dupree's
What was your voice for him?
Marvin the Martian.
You had to do it. I can only mimic voices.
I'm reading here. Why don't you buzz off?
All right, now read the next line. No.
Now read all the lines.
Because if I try to do it, like, I'm worried that if I do Marvin the Martian, I'm just gonna turn into Kermit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can dip into Kermit.
This ain't hooligan. I'm acting under the authority of Scotland Yard. I demand that you comply with
hasn't
my...
existed for 10 years.
with
It
my
disbanded as
investigation.
soon as you left.
No! I'm putting it together. You're the first officer.
You're my first, not Barton.
Yeah.
Scotland Yard? Big deal. It's been years since the police had any power in this town. What the fuck? Is this Boston?
No power, you say? You do well to take a close look at the fellow before you.
It's gonna get real dark in my room in a minute, but that's fine.
The very sight of his fish sends dogs running for the hills. I give him a good fish sting.
A fish sting. Whoa there, buddy. Wait, Marvin the Martian. It's Kermit again! Yay! Fucking hell, dude. Whoa there, buddy. Settle down. Somebody help me. This weirdo's getting too close for comfort.
Inspector, calm yourself.
Ah, Luke, not now, lad. I'm putting the screws to this dubious fellow here.
Inspector, please, I can vouch for this man. He's an ordinary citizen.
Oh, so he's a friend of yours, Layton. You should have said so earlier.
I didn't say friend.
You're off the hook, newspaper boy, but listen well, because I only say this once.
Thanks. I'm listening.
The soul of Scotland Yard and what it stands for is immortal, even in a corrupt pit of depravity like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an investigation to attend to. Good day, Layton.
Woo! Thanks for saving me from that loon. What was all that gibberish about Scotland Yard?
Oh, the inspector doesn't mean any harm. He just tends to get a bit worked up.
You remember when he threatened to punch him?
I'll beat the shit
What
out
do you
of
mean
you,
there's
boy.
nothing of interest in this open shop?
I think we've already collected 10 coins.
Zach, there's nothing of interest in this open
There's
shop.
nothing of interest.
Zach, there's nothing of interest.
Oh.
What was this one? Come on,
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
anytime, Lukey. I can do this voice super easy. I can remember and do it every time. I'll be waiting for you.
Remember it better than Layton sometimes.
It's easier to do silly voices than real voices, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's Abraham Lincoln again.
It's silky.
I can't seem to
I
open the
can't
door to
seem
the
to-
observatory. How dare you?
I can't see if you open the door.
Mel followed us. He's like part of our party now.
Is that so? It appears that the puzzle is locking this door. It's perfectly open!
No. The door's just black.
Huh. I guess you're right. It is black. The door.
Worry not, Luke. I'll solve this puzzle and have us through the door before you know it. I will solve the puzzle, not you.
Gravity Maze is a great name.
Stupid child.
Stupid, you just dumb child.
Stupid.
Absolutely
Baby
moronic,
child.
stupid idiot child. You're right, Grant.
Congratulations.
What?
There's more of those. Those are a series of puzzles.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I'm sure they'll probably get more difficult. Grant's just solemn congratulations caught me off guard. I didn't realize I was actually doing it. I just wanted to see them move. That did it, Luke. The lock is disabled.
And the door is open.
He's open. I'm sorry.
And the door is just
Good for the
punched in
door.
face.
Howdy.
All right, no. This is careful.
Very careful not to click on him.
There it is! Yes, that's two.
I see in 10 years nothing has changed, Professor.
You all, considering you're not the same Luke that I'm standing next to you right now, I don't believe you.
That's a good point.
Oh!
There we go. Thank you for meeting me here. I know it's a bit out of the way.
Would you mind stepping off this hint coin?
I want to make sure you weren't followed, and this place afforded me the best view to do that.
What? When's the last time that they released a Professor Layton game? It's been a hot minute, right?
Catriel was the most recent one in 2018, 19?
Okay, so not like enormously long ago, but like I was just thinking about it, like what if they announce a new Professor Layton game and it's a pseudo open world where you like explore a city, but it's fucking Unreal Engine realistic?
Oh my god. Wait, all these people would be monsters.
Exactly. Imagine like some of these fucking NPC characters that you only see once, but they have like skin texture.
Oh no, I'd hate that.
all of these British people are just as greasy and slimy as they would be in real life.
Oh no. No, please.
Did you already read this? Sorry.
Yeah, I did. I read that. Have you made any progress in your investigation?
Well, you see, I fetched the inspector for you so that way you could capture him.
Ah, perfect.
Oh, it's Flora!
She's here with us.
I can't believe I'm meeting Luke from the future.
You're not.
Flora, you're alive! You overdosed.
Oh my god! He bursts into tears like, oh my god!
Oh my god, you're alive!
Flora, whatever you do, don't take the 8:15 bus! Ever!
Huh? Don't
Give
do
me
it,
1 second.
please.
I'm gonna turn the light on.
He's turning it up.
He's turning it on.
He's turning it up.
Now there's a bright, warm light in my room, and I don't look like I'm living in a cave.
Cave.
I do live in a cave, though.
Cave
You can tell.
of Wonders.
The Cave of Wonders.
You're no
I read it. I wish. Oh, Flora, it's you!
Oh my
You're
god.
alive!
You're alive! Oh, so
Okay.
once again, I know I keep doing this, but I just wanted to mention, wouldn't it be great if like this whole thing was this little mastermind's like plan, like, you know, to get Scrivener and like all this stuff, like all of it was planned out, and the one thing he didn't plan for so far was Flora to stick around because he forgot that Flora existed.
All right, you're still here.
And like,
God.
oh fuck.
Fine. Yeah, you never showed up in our adventures, huh? We always left you. I didn't recognize you there for a moment. You'll have to excuse me, this is all a bit unexpected.
It's nice to know that some things never change. I still so easily flustered, hee hee.
Turning Saba down slightly for now.
Am I too much for you?
Okay, no, you're like clipping the audio of your mic.
I will
You'll
have
want to
turn
talk.
that down in that case.
As I recall, you're pretty easily flustered yourself. But it's good to see you. You look well. Compared to when I last saw you plastered to the end of a truck.
Oh god.
Before you got isekai'd.
Yeah, before you got isekai'd into a real world.
Before
You got
Trump
reverse isekai'd.
Took another
God,
victim.
I would go through the entirety of like Police Academy just that way I could be a traffic cop, and when I get to the first time that someone got hit by a bus and murdered, I would officially file it as death by isekai and then quit.
And then you'd be fired.
No, I would quit before they could fire me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, Flora would have been would be one of the unexpected turns in question. Inspector Scrivener and Barnaby are here as well.
Well, I'm not too surprised by the inspector's arrival. That man lives for police work.
Are you saying you expected him to tail us back here?
Expected? No, but I acknowledge it as a possibility. Enough chatter for now. We need to discuss how we're going to get into Chinatown.
Look at this evil little shit.
We haven't a chance of getting through unless we get those guards to leave the gate.
And you found a way to lure them away, haven't you?
So I got this laser pointer.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
see
they're
the gods. Yeah, they're cat. The gods don't hang around the area all the time.
Wouldn't that be really funny if the whole time we've been doing this, we haven't been streaming?
Have we not been?
No, I just double checked just to be sure, but like I couldn't see the green square, which means that we're live. So I was like, oh fuck.
Uh-oh. They only man the positions there when Layton tells them to.
In other words, my future self has some reason to post watchmen in that area.
I confess that could be my fault. I've been doing a lot of reconnaissance in the area and may have been spotted. Anyway, the crucial point to take away is that the guards will leave their posts if the boss says to.
I understand. But how do we get my future self to issue that order? Oh, you're just gonna wear a fucking disguise and pretend to be evil.
Luckily, Layton almost never interacts directly with his low-level grunts. Instead, he has his Lieutenant Bostro give out orders. I'm sure you remember him. He was that giant thug giving orders at the casino.
Ah, yes. I know who you're talking about. He was literally a gorilla.
If the thugs by the gate hear Bostro tell them to get lost, I'm sure they'll abandon their posts.
Wait, Grant. I'm sure if the thugs by the gate hear Bostro tell them to get lost.
Get lost!
Get lost, pal.
Then all we need to do is record Bostro's voice and play it back for the guards.
Well done, little Luke. But have you figured out how to reproduce Bostro's voice?
Wait, are they that stupid that you can just play the audio from like an alleyway and they're like, yes, boss.
Yeah, I mean, they're low-level thugs for a reason. I seem to remember you're picking up a new friend near the river who boasts impressive vocal talents.
The parrot. Of course.
Dun, dun.
Of course. But I still hate the name Ferdy. Ferdy, we could get him to mimic
What's
Bostro's
wrong with
voice.
Ferdy?
I
You
just don't
didn't
like
say you
it.
hated Ferdy. When we gave him the name.
It's fine, but when trying to say the name Ferdy, it like
Ferdy.
hurts me physically.
Birdie.
Like in a British accent, Ferdy.
Birdie.
That's the idea. But how do we get Ferdy to learn how to say "get lost" in Bostro's voice?
Oh shit, Grant! Look, that middle line is it's like spaced weird,
Oh,
right?
it's for how long?
Just
the
in
name
case
is.
you made the name as long as possible.
We should have just like put in all A's.
That's
That
really,
Hey.
that's really interesting. That could prove quite difficult.
Nah, get lost is something of a catchphrase for Bostro. He's always yelling it.
You know what that means as well? Sorry I keep doing this. That means that these text boxes are actually like individual like lines where it's like you could probably like they probably take a string and then just use like a line break to move to the next line, the next like horizontal, and they only have 3,
Yeah.
so they know how many characters fit wide. And so they were
So
just
they
like,
already.
and so they already like have it planned out where it's like it's probably like the text box is just like text and then break new line and then text break new line. That's interesting. That's an interesting way of doing it. Or who knows? Maybe that's the way all game developers do it. I've never finished a game making one,
I've
so I
never
don't know.
game.
I've never gamed before.
What
I've
is
spent-
game?
What is a game? I've spent quite a few afternoons spying on the man. He uses it at least a dozen times a day.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Well, he's not a very nice fellow, as you may have noticed. That catchphrase is our ticket into Chinatown. We should start looking for him immediately.
All right. Bostro's likely somewhere in the vicinity of the casino. Heading back to that area is a dangerous move, but we should start our search for him there. And get fucking ventilated. Like, do you remember previously where all of the guys were just shooting at us willy-nilly? It was fucking ridiculous.
Pretty crazy.
It's insane.
They had
that,
Tommy guns.
Yeah, they had Tommy guns, and it's insane that Professor Layton, a responsible adult, took a child back on this adventure.
Oh, we missed puzzles.
What the fuck? We missed so many puzzles.
Zach, I thought you were clicking everywhere, Zach. What is
Yeah, I
this?
thought I was. You know what? You know what the problem was? It was
Let me get back to
Saba's
the B.
fault.
Of course.
Oh, right, okay.
Wait, isn't this? I thought this was the flower, or is it one back? Might be
It
one
was
back.
the B.
What the fuck is this thing?
All you need to do is be
Ernest.
Ernest, could I ask you to quit staring at me, young man? It makes a fellow uneasy. I got a
My
toe for a
apologies, sir.
hat.
It's just that you're wearing such a troubled expression.
Ah, well, I've been pondering this puzzle all week, and I still can't find the solution.
Create the key.
Oh, it's the hat
It's
from
the
the
top
previous.
hat.
Now make a
that's-
key.
Make a key out of it. Well, fuck, dude. There's not a whole lot here. You can rotate these, right? Yeah.
Create a key.
You have to start with this little end bit, right? Because otherwise, oh, you know what? You can take this, put that there, spin. No, that doesn't work.
You spin me right round, keep me right round. Like
Can I
a
flip
record
this at
player.
all? No?
Right
Yeah, you can.
round.
Yeah.
How do you flip it?
Oh, I thought you mean like turn it. Press that
No,
little.
no, I
thing.
can rotate it, but
Press that little thing when it let go of it. What's that do?
thank
Oh,
you,
that's just-
thank you.
yeah.
There you go. I figured that out because that's literally the only way that makes any sense.
Nice.
That works, kinda.
I think.
I need
Dak,
something
are you
that has a
Are you
hook.
beginning to believe?
Something
you beginning
that
to
has...
believe?
Oh, I can do it like this.
Always
Congratulations.
believing.
There you
Let's
go.
go.
Man, that's really cool.
Met its match.
It's kind of a bullshit. Wow, he just has an adult ass voice. Fucking-
You're
I know
alone,
he's an
Paul.
adult, but
I mean, he's like 20
two.
something.
'Cause
Probably.
Luke's like 12, right?
Yeah, Luke's like 12, so he's probably like 22.
What was the voice I was literally just doing for this guy?
High pitched nasally.
Yahoo! I can finally sleep tonight without the blasted puzzle tormenting me. Thanks for going out of your way to help this old man.
Not at all. It would have been terribly ungentlemanly of me not to try and help.
And I have to keep up appearances because the professor's here.
Listen, don't say a fucking word.
I know you know who
I'm a
I
cool
am.
guy.
All right. Fucked up a bunch of puzzles, so now we gotta keep going.
Shut!
Oh.
No!
That's Zach.
Chart a path from the
That's
starting
it.
square in the top left corner to the ending square in the bottom right. You can move horizontally or vertically, but you can't move in the direction that the arrows on each square are pointing. Also, you can't use the same square twice. Can you make it to the green flag? So you can move in any direction that the arrows are not pointing. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Why didn't they do it the opposite way?
yeah, like why they do it like this?
Because it's gonna make a think.
Gonna make a think for all.
Are you okay?
No.
Oh, you know what? I'm a fool. We should start with the... So you have to approach it from here.
Yes.
How's that?
Hit it.
This one's as good as solved.
Let's go.
This is the shit I'm good at. Don't give me anything that's not this, please.
Don't give me anything that's not a maze.
Oh, a white
Mushroom.
thing.
Not the man, you mean?
Carrying glasses. Rubbing his back, the waiter sighed wearily and said, I always assume, or I always use the same box to carry as many glasses as I can at a time. But there's one type of glass that I hate carrying. Of the 4 types of glasses, I'm gonna say probably B.
These nuts.
Because fucking B sucks ass. Like,
Fuck B. All my homies hate B.
all my homies hate B, dude. Because I feel like the instinct would be to say like C or something, but like
Or D.
Or D.
Why not D?
why not D?
I feel like D's like one of the weird shaped ones that like, well, I think like C you could potentially put them next to each other and it's fine, but like D's got like the
Well,
wackiest
because he
shape.
says trying to carry as many glasses as I can at one time. So actually B is fine because you can stack those glasses within each other, right? So
Well,
B is totally fine.
I will say, think about the reason why he would hate carrying them.
D you can
In a
carry
box.
upside down. Yeah. D would stuck in
Yeah.
a box, right?
Would it?
Would it not?
You could you could like kind of the little foot at the bottom of D, you could kind of like stack them. So you like I'm thinking I'm trying to like I don't know that my current line of thinking. Oh my
Is
god,
it
is that a
his
fucking murder
tallest?
scene in the bottom left?
Don't
It's
mind
an apple
me.
with just a knife sticking out of it.
Yeah,
a
don't you do
mess,
that?
What the fuck? No.
That's because that doesn't keep fruits. That's why.
I'm like almost inclined to say A maybe. Because like A you can't stack them on top of each other like you can with B, but they take up just as much space, so it's like it takes up an entire crate, I guess. Or maybe it's C.
I will
Does he-
say they all weigh the same.
Always use the same box to carry as many glasses as I can at a time.
I don't understand. Grant, are any of our logics kind of correct?
You've said like all. It could be A, it could be B, it could be C.
That's
No,
true.
I don't think A or B. I think I'm leaning towards like D. I don't know why B be like that.
D is the tallest out of them.
Yeah, and also
when-
because if it's the tallest, it's also more difficult to put as many as you can in there. Or it's a tall
It's
box.
also really easy to break a champagne flute.
I feel like Grant was about to say something that's like you're both wrong. What was it, Grant? Tell us. We're
It's
missing.
not
Let's see
D.
if I've got this right.
Yeah, tell us what we're missing.
So the thing that would the
Let's
thing
see
that
if
would
I've
make
got
it
this right.
bad to carry would perhaps be how heavy the box is.
Because
So you can actually carry the most of it?
Let's see if I've
He
got
hates
this
carrying
right.
it because you can carry the most. It's B.
oh, so my
Let's
initial
see if I've got
this. Yeah.
instinct of like it's B was right, but for the wrong answer because you can fit
For the wrong
the
reasons.
you
yeah.
can fit the most glasses in one box, which means that he has to strain to do it.
Yes. Oh, this poor man.
Yeah. All right. I will readily admit that I was like, oh, he must hate to carry it because he would have to take like multiple trips back and forth, right? I didn't think about the idea of like, oh man, it's so heavy when I stack 6,000 glasses in one thing.
Yeah, our minds were definitely not on that.
I'm here to say that I don't necessarily think that my impression of that was wrong, because as somebody who has done wait service before, I hate doing multiple trips. I would rather do it all in one.
Fair.
Is it Grant? Because it was wrong! Laytb.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yay.
It's spelled Layton.
just as I suspected.
We're knocking these puzzles out. Nice job, guys.
We did.
We are verbally
did literally
beating them
cheat
over
on the second
head
one.
with the baseball bat. That's what we're doing.
Knocking them out of the park.
The checkerboard.
Knocking them until they break.
Yeah.
There are 3 sheets of transparent plastic with different patterns painted on them. If you layer them correctly, the checkerboard pattern appears. The order in which you layer them is important, and you can't flip them. Which of the sheets goes at the very bottom? Well, it's not A. Well, actually, no.
Can
I
you
think
rotate it, Zach?
I don't fucking know. If you can rotate them, then
Probably.
this puzzle sucks dick. I don't want to do that.
Puzzle sucks dick.
Hey,
Luke, this puzzle fucking sucks.
Luke, this puzzle sucks. Hey, Grant, would you mind doing me a favor? Would you
The
mind
answer?
closing your eyes?
Are you gonna try, everyone?
Here's my answer.
It's B.
Because as soon as
You
Saba
need to
said,
rotate them.
as soon as Saba said that you can rotate them, I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this.
Was
No,
I correct?
you just layer them. Okay.
I just layer them. Come
But
on, that
why-
was easy
but
and
why
you just skipped it.
couldn't- But why couldn't you rotate them? Grant mutes himself because he can't
Grant?
defend his favorite game.
No. Because I said
She's
so.
crying.
Come.
Come,
Come. Ah, my favorite thing to
It
take
helps
after a
with
hearty meal.
indigestion.
Ah. So we gotta go back to the casino.
I'm working on it, Boyle.
Work on it faster, dude.
I think this is right.
Yeah, the arrow at the top screen. It shows you where to go. Yeah.
Look, there's Bob.
Yes, I'd recognize that white pinstrip suit anywhere. Quick, everyone hide.
I think I already did everything.
Click,
I'm not-
click,
I don't
click,
remember.
click, 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 click.
You suppose? Oh, sorry. What? Zach?
What?
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, I just figured you would do Bostro because I guess I'm the goons.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be on guard duty, you clown. Stop goofing off.
Oh, I wasn't goofing off, Bostro. I was just.
I knew I never should have hired JFK.
Hey,
Dog,
it's not what's
you-
happening here, alright? It's different.
You know the only thing I hate more than a loafer is a loafer who makes excuses.
I'm about to say, you know what I hate more than a loaf
But-
is a loaf of bread.
He's
It's
a
a
loaf
loaf
of bread.
of bread. I'm gluten intolerant, don't you know? There ain't no buts about it. That attitude is what keeps you a grunt in this here organization. You know what, JFK? You're finished here. The family don't need no clowns like you. Get lost, you clown.
Quick, record it with the parrot.
Throw the parrot at him.
Oh,
boop- no,
come
you
on,
boop the parrot on the head
Bostro.
first.
Don't kick me out. Where will I go? I'll have to take some sort of a car ride next to a book depository in Dallas.
Nothing bad ever happens to the family. There, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard get lost loud and clear.
Hello. Hello, Adrian.
Hello.
Oh.
What about Freddy?
Did you hear what the big man said, Verdi?
Freddy just goes, clown.
Clown.
Clown one.
Clown?
Clown one.
Ah! Get lost.
Nice. It's uncanny how much he sounds like Bostro.
Get lost! He just keeps saying it over. Like he's flying through the air, like, and there's just family goons all over the place. And he just keeps going, get lost! Get lost!
And they're all
the
like, all
family
right,
goons
sorry,
are just
sorry,
leaving.
shit.
They're all like scattering like back and forth because the bird is like coming from multiple directions.
Where do we go? I don't know where to get lost. A performance like that is sure to fool those two guards at the gate. Let's head to Chinatown.
Get
Lost.
the bird doesn't know where to go. Like he doesn't see anybody, so the bird just goes lost.
Lost. No. Go back up.
Why?
Sorry.
Oh, is this the way to Chinatown
guys, I was
is over
playing
here?
Among Us.
Among Us?
I won as the imposter, believe it or not.
Hey,
Congratulations.
I nearly had a fucking heart attack doing it because that game stresses me out like no one's business. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I forgot how fucking stressful and scary that game is.
It's so fun though.
It's like spicy food. I'm not used to it yet.
Among Us?
Oh, God. You know this statue here, Luke.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about Among Us. Oh, the one with the man that looks like the professor. Sure.
Kamungus was my favorite wrestler until the controversy.
God.
It was also my favorite Ben 10 alien.
Kamungasaur. Kamungasaur.
Don't put that into Google.
Seeing it kind of got me thinking about, the future. The place where we currently are. And one other thing occurred to me is that you know how everything is going to turn out, don't you? I mean, you're me, so you already went through this scenario 10 years ago.
Well, in a way, yes, but I can't tell you what's going to happen from here on out. You see, if you had that knowledge, it could alter the course of history. Some of the things that are supposed to happen might not happen at all. Time travel has changed the way events unfold here, and look at the mess it's made. It's like we talked about earlier, it's always with time travel media, it's like, alright, how does this fucking time travel work?
Time travel work? Based on what they're saying, by the way, it's not time travel. Everybody, like, we've obviously established that this is like an amusement park or some bullshit, but they're establishing right now that, like, the timeline is rewriting itself as we are existing in it. And I don't know, I like that one. Like, that's fine. I would love, you know what? They probably have that YouTube video somewhere. I'll have to find it, but I would love to see like a collection of like, here are all the different types of fucking time travel that exist in media.
It's insane. We wouldn't want to add that to chaos now, would we?
I guess I never thought about it that way.
Kamunga?
Yes, indeed.
Sorry, am I back?
I never thought.
Yep, you're fine. Nope, now you're muted.
He's muted again. Although, should I do what Zach does?
God, your mic cannot handle that in the slightest.
I'm too close for once.
What's more, knowing about your future self could actually change who you become, as evidenced by what I'm doing right now.
My voice become objectively worse because you've changed the timeline.
My voice has become objectively more funny.
Just to complicate things further, it probably was worth noting that technically you are me.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good joke right there, yeah.
Alright. I'm not? Then who am I?
That's a tough question. I'm really a Only the past is certain. The future's a mystery, but today is a gift. Monkey.
Thank you.
I will now disappear now into the block.
Into a bunch of blossoms onto Sodom Street.
You know what they say, the past is history, the future's a mystery, and the present is fucking awful. Look at this place.
Look at this!
God. Therefore I was in the past, but you may not be me in the future. You follow?
No!
I think
Okay.
I do, but time travel is sure complicated. I was about to say, wait, so you're telling me that if I went back now, you could cease to exist? My
Dun dun dun.
We should save
I
the
don't like
world by
crime
getting rid
dramas.
of this very obvious villain.
Multiverse theory.
We have 5 people in our
Multiverses.
party.
Multiverses.
Professor Layton for multiverses.
True.
Professor Layton assists trophy in fucking Smash Brothers.
Oh my god, my brother has been wanting that since 2008.
What would he do?
He would solve a puzzle and then leave.
He'd be sick as
The
hell.
puzzle doesn't do anything. It just takes up space on the screen. It's like Nintendogs.
It acts
Alright,
as
Peter
a
Griffin.
platform. It's a sliding puzzle, and then Layton solves it, and then you get picker rats, and then it goes away.
You have
What do
to
picker rats
stop
do?
and solve a puzzle.
No, the picker rats are just like they're just like a visual thing. It's like a VFX, and then it leaves.
Okay. I like this guy. Gran. Oh, it's Gran.
Great. It's great. It's great.
It's Gran. And,
Oh, we just need an O at the end of his name.
Grandma.
No. Oh. It's his last name.
What was your
Grandma.
What was your voice for? It was like, oh yes, right?
Yes, at last, Belle, radiant goddess that she is. It was that. Are we reading this? Or are we skipping through
Radiant
it?
goddess that she is? Isn't she like 12?
Well, know my heart's deepest secret, and that is to start a clothing line with her. You see, though I am a stylish gentleman, one might talk to the most stylish gentleman in town, no one has their finger on pulse of fashion like teenage girls. I
Sure.
don't like where this is going.
I
This is
have
kind
I have my finger on her pulse.
No, oh no. What's more, every genius needs a muse, and that's where Belle enters the picture.
Hello, it's Belle.
There she is! Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna roll down this hill now like an egg. Oh my god! Ah,
So graceful! Oh, there she goes in the Thames!
I'm floating. Goodbye,
No, well,
everybody. I'm floating
such
down the
grace.
river.
Such beauty!
Grace. Such grace. It's just like fucking, because I know the Thames has no rapids. It's a very slow moving river, all things considered. But like, I love the idea of her just like, she's like, help me,
Help!
and she's like
My
slowly
goodness.
flowing down the river.
Look at that.
Thanks!
That was nothing.
Yeah,
Why can't we go
bye.
down these stairs yet, dude?
Yet.
You're too
Bullshit.
rusty. You get tetanus.
Yeah.
I have shots.
Yeah, but Luke doesn't.
Oh, this is
Apple.
Adrian's voice.
What was his voice?
I don't know. Make one up.
He was in Diabolical Box. I don't remember.
No, you've just made me go. I'm afraid I'm lost.
Lost.
Lost!
Hello there, Pavel. Fancy meeting you here. Why are you? Where are you trying to get to this time? Also, why is your hair not white?
I read a magnifique article about the great underground caverns of El Mundo and came to see them.
I wish everyone's hair turned white no matter how old they were, like in
Right.
the future. Like Luke was like stark white hair, but he just
he's, like,
looked
22.
like 20. Yeah.
Ah, yes. One school of thought posits that these caverns exist throughout the entire world. What the fuck are you talking about?
They're both archaeologists.
Hi, exactamente. I was on my way to discover the subterranean ruins of Rome when I got lost.
And I ended up in London.
Wait, you were heading to Rome and ended up here?
The road of a traveler is long and winding, but this time I'm sure I'll reach my destination.
Don't fucking Luke at me this, alright?
But seeing as how we boomed into each other like this, how about a poozle for El Camino?
Lunar
Lunar
leapfrogs.
leapfrogs.
Okay.
Oh, this one.
6 frogs are sitting atop logs in a bog.
Look, they're moving!
Oh.
They are. Leap them around so that each frog's color matches the ribbon tied to the post. There are 3 rules you'll need to follow. You can hop to any empty adjacent log. If there's an empty log 1 frog over, you can leap over that 1 frog to get there. You can't leap over 2 frogs at a time. Now tap those frogs and hop to it. Ha ha ha. Funny. All right.
We have jokes.
Click the frogs to move them, Zach.
No.
Make a move. Yes.
You move the yellow one over, and then, oh my goodness.
It's happening.
Amazing!
He's beginning to believe.
He's beginning to bleed.
We're beginning
He's
to
beginning to bleed.
believe. Yeah, just
He's beginning to believe.
Believing is the middle name.
If he bleeds, we
Nice.
cut. He's beginning to bleed.
How about
He's
this?
beginning to
I'm-
believe.
I'm good at these visualization puzzles, I think.
Knew it.
Yeah.
Except that
My,
one time.
my,
that
my
one
mind is
thing.
awash with the tormented images of my past and future, but that helps me with these puzzles.
Nothing in, nothing out. I wonder what frog capella will sing.
Magnifique. With that solved, I'm ready to return to my travels. Good day, and happy travels wherever you go.
Woo!
PogChamp. PogChamp.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never seen
Oh.
anyone as good at getting lost as you. How did you even make it here to begin with?
oh,
Now Saba's really quiet.
oh.
Yeah, we got it. Yes.
Oh, I wish you kept fist pumping in the background. Oh, 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 and yet I'm lost again, and this time in the desert.
Yay!
I've got to get to town for some alga before I drop like a prune, but how? Oh, Pite Amigo-kun, help me. Wow. Pite Amigo-kun. That's impressive.
He's so worldly.
I don't know if that's true.
He's
so
so
white.
worldly.
Nothing will change Zach's mind.
I can't hear what Saba's saying.
I'm the little, like, fly buzzing around your ears, Zach.
I
Except you
could
can't
have
swap-
told you that.
Except you can't swap me.
She's your conscience, which is why she's so quiet.
She's not quiet.
Oh, no.
She's just her audio's cutting in and out, just like my conscience.
Woo woo! I'm here, Zach, ready to tell you that I found.
Oh no! But what did she find?
Saba, you have to trust me. That was funny.
What did she find?
Whatever it is, it's lost.
They've lost again, just like I wanted.
I've been flushed down the toilet of Zach's mind.
No!
Mine.
I'll get the plunger of Zach's mind.
Can I call the plumber of Zach's mind? Just I don't know. This might be a whole deal.
Last time I called the
What the
plumber
fuck
of Zach's
was that?
mind, he fucked the wife of Zach's mind.
I was being
The
filled with
wife?
water.
What the? Did you say the wife of my mind?
Yes, that's what happened last time we called the plumber of Zach's mind.
It happens.
What
The
the?
wife of Zach's mind picked up and did some other stuff, I guess.
Please stop. Please stop talking about the infidelity of my mind wife. I guess.
Listen, we can't control what goes on in there. We're just living.
That's why I'm
think
saying we shouldn't call that plumber back.
I think I solved it.
Let's see.
Did he do it? Has he done it? Hey, let's go.
That was
You did it.
way easier.
Let me call the party planner of Zach's mind. This causes for celebration.
why,
yeah,
is there,
dude.
why is there now a whole municipality in my mind?
Listen, man.
It's like an entire fucking villa in my mind.
It's one of those like Midwest towns based on exactly one warehouse, but the warehouse is your bathroom.
It's Catanova. We don't have any puzzles.
Wait, it's the same. It's the same thing. Oh, I guess just because
Yeah.
it's so far away. Oh, so we're gonna be
Yeah,
spending a lot
so you
of
don't have
time in
trouble.
Chinatown then.
This is Chinatown?
Well, we're almost there. We're in the black market right now.
The bee is there, waiting.
All right, Luke, this is our chance.
Oh, I'm
Don't
so
talk to
good.
those filthy Chinamen.
No, no. Just relax. We'll stay back here out of sight and let Ferdy work his magic.
Well, stay back here out of sight of any sneaky
Don't!
Chinese.
And also, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is Chinatown in London. There's no Chinese people here.
Wow.
London people.
It's all
The British
it's all just white tourists being like, ooh, ah,
Ooh la la.
ooh la la. Oh, smell me.
Schmelmy and Schmartin. Saba, you were Schmelmy.
Yeah, I don't remember what this guy sounded like though.
The most British name I've ever heard of, Schmelmy.
Schmelmy. It's because it's supposed to be Kelmy and Barton.
Oh, this post is such a drag. I can't wait to punch out and grab a hot meal.
I guess Adrian can do this one.
Schmartin, Adrian.
Sounds good. I think hot meat pie was so much and good right now. Boy, then I like bus show people talking about food the job over.
Are you
Go
just
turn our
that guy
heads.
from King of the Hill?
I'm trying to drag. I'm dragging my top lip as far down as I can while I talk. Smell me.
It seems like all the brute does is watch us to see if we mess up. Talk about a terrible boss. All right, do your thing, Ferdy.
Do my thing. Do my thing.
Psst, Ferdy, you're on.
Get lost, you clown.
Did you just hear boss stroke?
Yeah, he told me to get lost. Was he talking to you?
Maybe he meant the both of us.
I think you're right. I am but sure you know to tell us twice, but get lost immediately.
Way to go, Ferdy.
Excellent. I think we can finally get into Chinatown now.
And it's all thanks to our pal Ferdy.
Get lost. Get lost, you clown.
You can stop saying that now, Ferdy.
Get lost.
Get lost.
Oh, look, a puzzle. Wow, that's a fucking evil-looking door.
No.
What's this device that's stuck to the door?
Oh no. That's a puzzle counter.
Oh no! Why? Oh no!
Because we'd be fucked if we haven't solved every puzzle we came across.
Who
we could just.
so
I
would
think
buy
we're
a
good.
Professor Layton game? Buy a Professor Layton game and not do puzzles. That's why we're fucking here.
Yeah. They want to
God.
make sure you solve some puzzles, though.
It's like going to an Italian restaurant and not ordering something with cheese. It's like, what the fuck?
Wow. Zach is lactose intolerant.
That's their fucking problem,
Intolerant
not
and
mine.
lactose intolerant. Door won't open for anyone who solved fewer than the required number of puzzles. Take a look on the display on the front of the machine.
Says 50.
Hopefully you've got 50 puzzles under your belt. Like I said, I hope you've solved every single puzzle you've ever came across.
Puzzle confirmed. Access granted.
Yes, those Chinese famous for solving every puzzle they come across, which is the only reason they're able to use this fucking gate.
That's a good
For a
point.
second. Let's go through.
I'm gonna be right back. My food's here.
Goodbye.
Oh,
But he's missing plot.
Grant, it's the arch from the
It's
thing.
It's the arch.
Just down this
It's the
road.
starch.
Future
It's the
self.
starch.
Do you find it at all unnerving?
It's quite a peculiar sensation, I must admit. Yes, quite.
I saw I saw a thing.
Professor Layton running around.
You know, a lot of stuff on Tumblr gets said because there's a lot of like things that get said on Tumblr as it is a social media site. But there was a thing that I saw where it was like a bunch of people being like, man, Americans really need to stop like romanticizing other cultures. Like, you guys need to like figure out that just, you know, whatever, like it's their culture, stop appropriating it or whatever. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, this looks really fucking cool though. Like, like I know that
Well,
this
there's a
is like,
difference between like appreciation and whatnot, right?
I mean, is there to somebody who's cynical online?
Fair point. It's Tumblr.
You know, if a person who isn't like direct Japanese heritage, if somebody who isn't direct Japanese like wears a kimono and posts the picture online, they get fucking roasted because it's like, go fuck yourself, you can't do that. But then I'm looking at this, like this very specifically, and I'm like, you know what the equivalent of like, I know this is like fictional Chinatown or whatever, but you know what the equivalent of this is in quote unquote like American culture? It's that thing in every single US like city where it's just like a fucking 4-lane like main thoroughfare with no trees, and it's just like a 7-Eleven, a McDonald's, a fucking Burger King. It's just like desolate corporate fast food nonsense, and it's like that's the equivalent of this. And it's like, yeah, no fucking duh. People romanticize this type of shit. It looks awesome.
This is what we have.
You know, it's like, this looks excellent. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's a video game, but you get the idea.
I still can't. Yo, never mind. I don't need to say this. There's.
Oh yeah, they're
I assure you,
speaking.
the man is
Oh,
real. You'll see soon enough.
Thanks for taking the reins. Hello, we're in Chinatown.
I assure you, I'm not making this up. We will definitely meet Professor Layton.
I'm not gaslighting you.
And not just an animatronic that I've programmed to look and act like Layton.
I'm not gaslighting you because gaslighting isn't a real thing.
We don't use gas
You made it
anymore.
up.
It's really good.
I'm not gaslighting you because there's no gas left on planet Earth.
Oh yes,
day,
classic first
whippersnapper.
Chinese person.
Good
It's
day,
Rudolph.
whippersnappers. Tell me, have you ever stopped to admire this marvelous gate? This magnificent structure was constructed to welcome a lucky spirit into the vicinity. It is a breathtaking piece of art, isn't it? Tell me, sir, are you familiar with this part of town? No! I suppose some might say I'm familiar with the area. As you might expect from the name, this area has many restaurants and shops selling goods from Asia. Back in my day, we called it something different, but we're told by the SJWs to call it Asia now.
Oh no. Really putting the R in Rudolph, huh? Or the L.
Hard R in Rudolph. That's Rudolph with a hard R, and don't you forget it. Anyway,
Damn.
one thing most folks don't know about that, despite its appearance, or don't know, is that despite its appearance, the buildings aren't that old. I've also heard that the family's headquarters are in this area. Whoa there, my friend! Keep your voice down! Though the fact might be common knowledge, it's not the kind of thing one talks about in public.
I think that what the professor wants is to know if you can tell us how to get there.
Oh, you're a straight shooter, aren't you, boy? I admire that. You should shoot straight for me.
Oh no.
It's the second perverted old man in the game.
Not again.
Well, sorry, second that we know of. Anyway,
Oh no.
tell you what I'm going to do. Now I'm turning into the clock guy again.
Oh! God dang it!
This gate! No, anyway. Tell you what I'm going to do. If you solve my puzzle, I'll point out the family's headquarters to you. Solve this fucking puzzle! Which finger?
Which finger?
Or solve this puzzle.
Solve it.
Hey, sorry, I'm new here. Can I have some directions? Sure, if you solve this jigsaw.
Oh.
When counting on his fingers, this eccentric man counts in the order you see in the picture below. When he counts from 1 to 5, he returns to his thumb. and continues counting to the same in the same order, starting with 6. If he continues counting in this way, which finger did he land on when he gets to 763? What's the third one? The third finger is the pinky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be the pinky.
Hit it.
That should do the trick.
Yay.
That was worth
Well, that's
5 Picarats. And also, what's the fucking wrong with? Also, this is a really detailed picture of a hand. This is one of the artists on the Layton team was like, dude, look, I watched a tutorial on how to draw a hand. Oh, you made short work of that puzzle. So here's your prize. See that tall? I could have fucking told you that, old man.
Here's your prize, the most obvious bit of information.
That one in the distance. That's the one. It's called the Towering Pagoda, and it's the family's base of operations. The person in charge of the place said to be more monster than man, and he wears a hat just like yours. But enough about that unpleasant topic. Have an enjoyable stay in Chinatown. Good day. Get lost. Fucking vamoose. Oh my god.
Is this Chinatown?
Misha.
Misha Collins. Would you like him, Adrian?
Listen to yourself, young man. I also seeing things that exist everywhere and nowhere.
That's nice.
Now, if you really want to ask me where our physical bodies are located, I'll tell you. This is Chinatown. Here you can find exotic goods and rare wonders from all over the world as long as they're from Asia. But these things don't interest me. Material objects are just dust flecks on the universe's canvas.
Something tells me I picked the wrong person to ask for directions.
You've only just started to make your way in the world, young one.
If you
buy my Misha coin,
years old.
if you buy my Misha coin, you will solve all the world's puzzles. For example, this one.
Who broke it?
Who broke it?
It's broken.
I didn't do it. A is telling the truth, says B. D is lying. What the fuck?
Who is it? Who broke it?
Okay, fucking, she has little devil horns, A. A says I didn't do it. B says that A is telling the truth. C says that D is lying. And D says, I swear it wasn't me. We don't have enough info to know whether or not B and C are telling the truth.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Well, only one person broke it, right?
One person broke it, yeah.
Wait, how can we have to be able to eliminate, we have to know either if B or C is telling the truth, and I don't think I can? Because A and D are just confirming themselves, right? One of these people broke the window. When asked about it, they gave the following statements in order, starting with A. I didn't do it. Oh, wait! In order, starting with A, how the fuck did C know that D was gonna lie?
Yeah!
What the fuck?
Let's go.
What a weird stipulation on this fucking reoccurring puzzle archetype. I'm like, oh, these statements exist in order.
Phew, that's a relief.
Yeah.
Oh!
Smash.
Oh dear.
What a dickhead.
See, smash.
Yes, that's it. Seek the answers to your own questions. I'm surprised you did not buy my Misha coin to solve the puzzle.
Only
Shut
by
up.
doing this will you find the true value to be had in the infinite moment we call the present. The true value of 1 Misha coin.
Infinite.
Infinite.
Misha coin can only go up.
Now. Bye.
We only win in Misha coin.
Let's go this way. It's a
My
banana!
landlord kicked me out because he did not accept Misha coin. So I stand here on the street, peddling Misha coin.
Remember this
Peddling.
puzzle, Zach?
No, wait a minute. Oh, it's this. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I like these ones.
You just slide all the way, right?
If you touch a banana. Yeah.
You just banana.
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 Banana. Well, I did it.
Yeah.
Fucking- all right, well. Grant, I thought this video game was hard.
Video game.
Didn't the same thing happen with the last one too, where it's just like the last little bit of the puzzle is
Yeah, you
just
could just
like
walk.
you just walk.
Yeah.
That's a fun puzzle. I think that's pretty good.
I don't know how many of them there are, but it is like
7.
a series of puzzles. I hope so.
17.
17,000.
Whoever left this here is depressing.
Whoever left this here is a piece of scum.
How dare they?
All right, that's 3. Let's go in. Let's go into whatever this is. Oh, hello. You have a chair for a hair.
Chair.
Chair. Oh my God, it's Maya.
Wait, Saba!
No!
It's Maya.
Maya was regular. Welcome to Maya's Miles of Books.
Miles.
Perfect. Wait a minute. Saba, you're both!
I choose to believe that this is a coincidence. You certainly aren't exaggerating. The selection here is simply astounding.
If there's something that catches your eye, feel free to flip through it. Our mission is to serve our fellow book lovers.
Wonderful. As an enthusiast of the written word, shops like this really make my day.
Which came first, this game or the crossover?
Please
This game
enjoy
by a
yourself.
lot. This game is DS. The crossover game is 3DS.
Yeah.
Despite having no 3D elements, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I got there.
Crossover?
Yeah, I don't think it has any 3D elements in it. I mean, like, there's like character models, but I mean, like, there's no 3D gimmick, if I remember correctly.
Unfortunately, in the sequel trilogy, which is actually a prequel trilogy of the Professor Layton games, they do follow the Ace Attorney thing, and I don't like it of like 3D models for characters. I really like the 2D art style.
I think it's the exact, like, I don't know, once again, we can argue about this, we don't have to argue about it, but it's just like, I think it's the same thing of like, I think 2D art allows for more expression, because 3D modeling, like, while it is true that you only really have to like make a 3D model once and then you can just animate it all over the place, it's really fucking hard to do that first time. You know what I mean? Like, I guess like 2D art and pixel art for that matter is like a linear amount of effort. Like, if you want something new, you have to like remake it every single time. Whereas a 3D model, it's okay. You make the 3D model once and you go from there. So theoretically, it's like logarithmic. But I think developers really underestimate just how high that initial arc is to like get everything to be 3D modeled well, you know? Not everybody can just be Gendy Tartakovsky. Like, that's not fair.
They should be. Everyone should be Gendy Tartakovsky.
Everyone should be.
For anybody who's watching this later and isn't aware, fucking Gendy Tartakovsky is the art lead and director, I believe, for the fucking Hotel Transylvania movies. And once again, those movies are trash, but they look incredible.
Well, not to mention all his other achievements.
Right, but that's
in
all 2D, and
cartoons.
we're talking about 3D.
Fair point.
Ah, Jonathan, you are banging
my daughter.
Adam
God.
Sandler would just say that at Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's a toy store.
Look at all these shops, and it smells like something amazing cooking here.
I see you've taken a liking to the neighborhood. Let's ask a few more locals about the area.
It's actually not a toy store, it's a restaurant where they serve fried pandas and fried rockets.
Wait, fried rockets. Delicious.
Fried firecrackers, you know. What's
It's
up?
Dylan.
Dylan, what's up?
Dylan.
I was just wondering if you knew anything about the man who runs the towering pagoda.
I was just wondering if there's going to be. Never mind. All right.
Oh no.
I challenge you to a Yu-Gi-Oh duel. Of course I do. Everyone does. That fellow's bad news, mate. Wait, mate? Is he supposed to have a Cockney accent?
That was bad news, mate.
That's bad news, mate. I can adjust to that. That seems great. What do you
Maybe
mean
I'll
by that?
try.
Well, you know. He's got a bunch of the thugs working for him, and they're like, well, fucking, what's this guy's accent? Like, thugs, if you know what I mean. So I figure their boss has got to be one nasty character. I see. He and his goons have taken place so scared more people don't bother going out much. That's why there's that's why there's a lot of people just kind of milling about in this area because people don't get out much. Maybe that's why the potions are so popular here. Oh, let me tell you a good one. Let me delay you.
Yeah.
Fuckhead.
Oh, going back to the hand thing earlier, I wanted to ask, do you guys know how to count in binary in your hands?
No.
Flower.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to do it, and it's kind of difficult. I'm assuming there's a better method, because I can't stick up most of my fingers independently.
There is a method. Apparently, if you do it, you can count up to 31 with one hand and 1,000 and something with your other hand.
Well, yeah, because it's just binary,
That's
right? So, like,
crazy.
your index finger would be 1, and then your middle finger would be 2, and then 1 and 2 is 3. Put both of those down, your ring finger is 4, right? And you just, like, count, and you just count upwards like that over and over. But I'm having trouble because I have to stick up my pinky if I also want to stick up my ring finger. Like, my hand doesn't
They
work.
do be connected.
It's I just thought it was interesting because remember that I discovered that from Brinley Mulligan just offhandedly mentioning it, and I was like, that's fucking weird, but also seems more
cool.
efficient.
Yeah. Saba
Which one
says
of these-
flower.
Which one of these isn't quite right? Because
That
that's
one.
a 3, that's a 9 and or a 6, that's a 5, that's a 7, and that's a 4.
Oh, you're counting. Oh, I thought it was just like whatever the shape is if you could rotate it. That does make sense.
I mean, 7 is kind of fucked. Right? All the other ones are
some of
more or less like perfect, but 7's just wrong. Because that is how you do a 9 or a 6, so that makes sense. I mean, I guess it might be the 6 and 9 one, because it's the only one that could be either. Right? Because the 4 is pretty obviously a 4, 5 is pretty obviously a 5, 3 is pretty obviously a 3. Oh, wait a minute. There's three 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5s, 4 4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 7s. But there's 5 9s or 5 6s. So it is this one. Nice. Great spoilers! I didn't know I was right!
Well, that's it.
Idiot! No, you're wrong!
You can't, unfortunately, you can't do this with 2 2s, because I guess it just kind of doesn't work.
Doesn't.
There.
But you could do it with 1 1.
This one's wrong. Smooth! What the fuck is wrong with his teeth?
He's British.
Oi, 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 oi! Real
What
smooth.
is it?
A word of advice. If you value your hide, stay away from the towering pagoda. Hello there, little girl.
It's Viv.
Oh, hi there, mister.
Okay, sure.
My eye is below my nose.
Are ya?
I mean, my eyes can be below my nose if I'm also turning my head upwards.
Fair enough.
And hiya right back at you. Oh, that was nice. I do so love a good greeting, don't you?
What's wrong with her elbows?
Help!
Well, you'll always get a proper greeting from us because that's what gentlemen do.
Yep, the world would be a nicer place if more people said hello like you two. People in this town are so, what's the word, uncouth? That's what my mom always calls people here.
Oh, do you live around here?
He really hates those filthy yellows.
Oh, Jesus! Yeah, my dad moved out here and my mom brought me and mom along. But I think her move was a terrible idea.
There's no
Dad
jobs
hasn't
around
come-
here.
Yeah,
I
it's
operate those
crazy.
filthy yellows.
Oh, God.
Adrian! Fucking Jesus!
Dad hasn't come home once since he started working here, and all Mom does is complain about it.
He's probably fucking a filth.
Oh my God!
What's he doing at work that keeps him there all the time?
Beats me. All I know is that when I
What does he do that keeps him at work all the time? He beats me.
God,
Oh my!
There's no way I'll become a mechanical engineer.
So your father's an engineer.
Yep, there's no jobs in it. Dad moved out here after his whole company got bought.
isn't that unbelievable? Can you imagine buying a whole company? You'd have to be super rich.
You know who has all the money nowadays?
No. Jeff
You certainly
Bezos.
Beth Jesus. Legally
Jeff
distinct.
Jesus. Biff Jesus.
You know, there's a great puzzle about a rich man my dad told me once.
It's literally just like a guillotine.
Yeah, I was just saying,
guillotine.
what guillotine will kill the rich man? A, B, C, or D? This dude's standing like Donald Trump. What the fuck? Look at his posture.
I haven't even read the question yet. I'm gonna say A.
This one's as good as
Soul
sold.
read. Let's go.
If you flipped A upside down, it had his profile.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Soul read.
Soul
How many
read.
picarets was that? 15?
Probably.
Hey, you got the answer. Nice going.
Thank you. As an aspiring gentleman, I do my best to solve any puzzle that comes my way.
Oh, we got a birdie.
A Ferdy.
Birdie. Wow, we're skipping a lot of these.
Yeah. 5 ropes.
We need to make.
Oh,
we
it's
need to-
Framo.
Hey, we're delivering Gramo. All right.
No!
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Grandma!
So I think if I do it like that, what happens?
Are you good?
Well,
Oh, shit.
not exactly what I was expecting, but sure.
God damn. What'd that bird do?
Fuck. Oh, wait a minute. Like that.
Well, then you'll bounce back.
Well, okay, well, that's not what I expected exactly. Like, what if I do that? Does he just miss it entirely? Okay. All right, you know
Didn't know
what?
we were
Maybe
playing
maybe
pinball.
that's not the answer. Maybe it's this. Okay.
Round
okay.
one.
Round. Hey,
one.
Grandma, what's your favorite arcade?
Round one.
Round
Grandma, where are you-
one.
Grandma, where are you going? Oh my god. Ground one.
No! Isn't it ground zero?
Yeah, just ground because he's falling over.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making a very a very roundabout 9/11 joke.
Oh, no. Or, God. Could just be an explosion.
Ground 1. I need to get up to that fucking platform, dude. Because this allows him to get a little higher, right? So that's not bad.
Can you get much higher?
Doing! There you go.
Hey.
That did nothing. All right.
Shit.
I mean, it allowed me to get up there, but I need to get up there from the fucking other direction, I guess. So fucking I don't. That.
Why don't you just connect that rope at the bottom right to the rope at the top right, so that when he jumps, he bounces backward.
Sorry. Rope at the. You mean like this?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that works. Oh shit. I don't know if he'll hit that. He might? I don't know. Let's see.
Can Freddy hit that?
Can Freddy hit that Yoinky Splunky?
He should.
Well,
wow. That's not what happened last time. Holy shit.
Eat shit, Freddy.
Eat shit.
He's gonna doing. Doing. Yeah!
Wait. Oh,
yes!
shit.
Wait.
No!
No! Bum, 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 bum.
Oh.
Fuck it. I don't know, like this? Try that. See what that... You know, let's just see what it does, you know?
Let's just find out.
Help. Help.
Oh!
Oh my god. Wait,
No!
wait.
Bernie, keep going!
He almost got up.
Oh, God, it was so close. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know, dude. Oh, I hit back. Fucking Jesus.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Victory scream.
Where does this take me again? This just like
Bound.
shoots me that way, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I already tried. I believe I already tried this. I think I did that already. Go all the way over here. Oh, I can't because it goes through its separate peg.
Gets pegged.
Wish that was me.
Damn. Hate to see it
Okay,
happen.
right. We are back to the beginning. How about this? Wait.
I don't know about this. Wait.
Well.
Oh. No, I didn't get high enough.
Well.
Wow.
Doing, 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 doing. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, you know, just fuck me. You know. I mean, he gets up there, but then like this, like if I do that, he clips it with the teddy bear.
Nope.
And so like it fucks with it so slightly. What the fuck? Right. Can't do that. I can do that though. Okay. So it's this. This is the problem. So what can I do? Can I do anything? Can I do anything that amounts to anything? Can any of us? Grant, what are you posting?
Truly.
What did you post, young man? I'm gonna
Watch
look at
it.
this, and if it's not fucking gold. Dude, I fucking love. I used to love this song. This is good. wasn't this Markiplier's outro? Right?
Yeah.
I miss the days of good Markiplier. And
I
now
miss
we're just
He
here where he's
left me.
essentially just dad material.
Too bad the LA gang's got him.
That's
Honestly.
true. Hey, that
Also,
works.
I like it.
Oh shit. Oh.
Oh wait, no, we did
No.
this one.
I like in the video when he pumps so hard his leg gets off the ground.
What the fuck? Oh, in the Twitter video.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like
When
a Markiplier
pumps so
video.
hard.
No.
Yeah, they got a video of Mark pumping. Damn.
Damn.
I got a solution if you need it.
You think what? You fucking calling me stupid? You calling me some
Maybe.
kind of dumb baby stupid child? Well, you're right.
No. Oh, would you like it?
No.
Okay.
What if I don't need that platform at all? What if I could just tell this bird to go fuck himself like this?
Boink. Boink.
Get up higher, dude.
Boing.
No. There you go. I solved it. It's
He's done
solved.
it. My god.
We've
He's gonna
devolved.
build up so much speed.
He's gonna BLJ up there.
It's gonna work, all right?
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
He definitely didn't have that accent. Oh, my- all right, Grant, fine.
You know what? Maybe I don't feel like it, Zach. Maybe I don't feel like posting it. There
What
it
the
is.
fuck? I thought I did that. Also, why is their background different?
Hmm.
That?
This is Viv, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's just a bunch of horizontal lines.
It's just a
Well,
bunch
and
of
one
stuff.
vertical. That's so boring.
Look, Pat, listen, Pat, it's just a bunch of stuff.
It's just a bunch of stuff.
Look fat, listen fat.
Yay.
I had immediately started barking up the wrong tree, it seems. of
Damn.
being like, I need to build up momentum.
I need to go fast. Beyond all. Alrighty. Time to move on.
You wish.
God damn it!
Ah! Ah! Hey, you, don't sneak up on me like that. No. You scare me half to death. Yeesh, can't the guy slack in space? Me, every
this
day
guy.
at work.
If I had to give a verb to describe Zach being passive, it would definitely be slack.
Cut him some slack.
Dim sum. Dim sum and then some.
Oh.
She's Asian, but she's paler than you. And you're yellower than her.
Wait a minute. Something's not adding up.
Bowls of plain noodles and pork noodles are lined up in a row. Arrange the food so that the bowls of plain noodles and pork noodles alternate, but make sure they all remain evenly spaced on the counter. What is the fewest number of moves it will take to accomplish this task? Scusi. Also, in this puzzle, simply switching the places of two bowls counts as 2 moves. Four. Sorry, 1.
Let's go.
Fucking, that's stupid.
7.
1. There you go. Also, I will say I was also really offended the other day on Twitter where somebody posted, I want to find all the people in the world that cross their 7s and Z's and just study them like the animals that they are. And I got really fucking offended. I was like, what the fuck is your problem?
True.
It makes it more distinct.
Inhumane.
It makes it easier to identify exactly what number it is in letter, I guess.
Inhumane.
No!
We're getting some food.
What was the point of them describing that the bowls were evenly spaced if it was impossible for me to place them without being evenly spaced?
To get you.
No, they certainly did.
To get your goat.
We got some food, dude.
While you were thinking about it, they stole your goat.
I need that.
No.
Where else am I gonna get cheese?
Goated cheese. Where else am I gonna get goated with sauce?
No, I don't want to talk to this guy.
He's trying to slack. Leave him alone.
Yes. There we go. All right, goodbye.
Excuse me, sir. You just took money out of the register. You can't just do that.
Yeah, okay.
That is true, I did.
Sir.
Oh, no.
It's a bird.
What's wrong with this guy's face?
That's a bird. That's not a person. That's a bird.
Bird.
Bird. It's an evil cat statue in the middle of this toy store.
What could it be?
Which one's white?
Zach!
This is potion 69. Or potion puzzle.
Potion. Nice.
A shop owner points at each of her exotic cats and says something strange. Red is next to blue. Black is not white. Green is not green. Blue is 3 over from black. Red is green. Then which one is white? What the fuck?
Red is on the end.
Are they talking about their eyes?
Which one is white?
This one's as good as solved.
Damn it. I wanted to soul read that one, but I was wrong.
Damn.
Your soul was not.
Red is
correct.
next to blue. That is correct. Green is not green. That makes no fucking sense. Blue is 3 over from black. Not true. And red is on the end, which I think is true. Which cat is white? I don't fucking know, dude.
It's the names of the, I think.
Of the cats?
They're like named something.
Oh,
but it
red is next to blue.
correspond.
So red is either this one or this one. Black is not white, so this one is not that one is not this one is not black. Green is not green. So I'm assuming that means it can't be C or D because D's eyes are green.
D's what?
D's green.
Oh.
Green is 3 over from black. Wait, which one's black again? Black is not white. Cool. Blue is 3 over from black. Red is on the end. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't fucking know. All right. So either of these can be red. Red is next to blue, but we don't know that this one is blue yet. Wait. Red is next to blue, and blue is capitalized. So blue is the name of the cat. Blue is 3 over from black. So is this cat blue? This cat might be black. Red is on the end, so maybe that one's E. Green is not green, so maybe this one's green, and then C is? This one's so needlessly... Oh, I don't know, dude. Fucking whatever. Try that.
This one's as
Nice.
good as solved.
Jesus Christ, my head. Fucking...
50 correct.
Wow, that was 50?
Yay.
Fuck!
Now
Who
what kind of
names them?
psychopath?
Who named them like this?
Specifically name them after a color other than their coat.
She wasn't trying to discriminate.
Smashing
Smashing
work,
work.
boy. Just like I did with those cats after I got frustrated. Ew.
They look
Why
like
did
they're
it-
porcelain. I don't think they're made of like marshmallows.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, what the fuck were the cat statues
Yeah,
made out
that's-
of? Was that the third or the second?
That's what you think.
Have you talked to Birdman yet?
No. Are you
Harvey
eager?
Birdman.
No, I'm just curious what his shtick is.
All right.
What's
well,
his deal?
I
What's
have
his beef?
I have
What's
no
this guy
idea
up
if
to?
I found all 3 Pickerats because I don't remember if I found one before doing the cat puzzle.
Are we doing it?
Sure.
Or not?
Never mind.
Okay. I was just
It's checker.
Checker, big toys, are you?
What?
Did that say big toys or big boys?
It said big on toys, are you?
I didn't read the on in there at all.
Evidently not.
He's Yoda.
Big toys you are.
Just looking around at the store.
He says, as he says to the Jedi Council.
He says to the Sith Lords, Sister Darth Maul,
Big toys you are.
Darth Maul's like, I don't feel right about fighting this guy. I can,
Darth Maul's like, dude, I don't like that. Please don't say that.
please, I don't want to fight you, man.
2 squares of paper A and B are shown below. Following the arrows from left to right, each piece is folded in half and then folded in half again. The red dotted lines on the far right image on the paper show where a cut will be made. Your job is to cut paper B so that when you unfold it, the cutout shape in the middle matches the shape of the middle paper when A. Jesus fuck, what the hell are you talking about? Okay.
Wouldn't it just be a diamond in the middle?
Wouldn't it just be like that?
Well,
Right?
no, it doesn't reach to the corner. Wouldn't it be a smaller diamond?
Hit.
Well, because it's hard to tell, right? Because I don't know exactly what the size ratio is with the blue napkin.
Right,
So,
but I mean,
so do you think it's
you-
here?
No, more inward.
One more like that.
Okay, so like, see the middle thing, the one to the left of the very middle dot, and the one to the bottom of the dot. That'd be one line.
Okay, sorry. This one to where?
No, so go to the very middle dot.
Yeah.
One dot left of that. Don't connect it, and then connect that to the one below, right below the middle dot.
Here.
That one, yeah, and then make a diamond out of that.
Like this?
No, not a diamond, Zach, which is
That's
a
a
sideways
diamond
square.
shape.
Incorrect. Not the diamond I was talking about. Just make a tilted square then, if you want to stripe it that way.
Like this?
With the middle dot in the center of the tilted square.
Like this?
Yes.
What the fuck? How is that gonna make the same shape as the thing when this unfolds?
I don't know. Give it a shot. Let's see if I'm insane or not.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
This
It's
one's
gonna
as
be
good
4
as-
holes. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you fucking out of your
Just
mind?
Make the shape bigger, Zach, okay? Just
This
do
one's
that.
as good as solved.
It was my answer, like immediately.
That's a relief.
Wait, is that not showing the full picture?
No, they were folding it in different ways, and you just had to make the same square when they unfolded it. So it was just the diagonal. That's all it was.
Oh, I didn't see the border was not. I thought it was like unfolding.
You thought they were asking you to draw the shape that would be cut out.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were asking.
Because they said that it would have to make the shape after you unfolded it like this, whereas the thing you said would make 4 separate squares on the napkin.
I was gonna say I didn't register why the border was like that.
Okay,
Thanks,
we're all
checker.
set. Come and browse anytime. Yes!
Take all
We got
my
time.
squares.
Wow, we skipped a couple.
Let's take a bite.
Hey, toy boat 3 times fast.
No. I can't.
Oh
I
my
get
god.
embarrassed.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Fuck, dude. There's a lot here.
Yeah.
Down. Left. Up.
This reminds me of the Undertale snow puzzle. Or
Is
the
it-
sliding puzzle.
Yeah. Down.
Play Bone Trials in the background of this.
But that would require me to turn off this great music.
Bunch Soul is good.
I kind of just want to keep doing this like swirling motion around the outside, I think, but I'm not super sure. Because like if I now go up, that gets all that down, and then now I'm here, so I would still skip 2 of them. That's not great. Spoozy. I mean, what if I did something fucking crazy, like went all the way down, went up slightly, and then jumped?
Holy shit.
No,
How you gonna get back?
that would immediately fuck me up. I can't do that. Oh wait, I just realized. So I had this like scheme in my mind of jumping this part of the river over here to get to this like coin at the end, but that obviously like that can't work. Yeah, so I can't do that. So actually I think I have to start with this in whatever capacity that means. I think I have to start with that so that way I can jump back.
Where are you gonna jump back from?
Here in that direction.
Where are you gonna throw it back, Zach?
Why wouldn't you just walk across the bridge?
Because there's a button that I'm assuming I'm gonna have to run over at some point.
Oh, is that gonna turn the bridge off?
Yeah, the button will toggle the bridge open and close.
Oh, okay.
So we go down, we go... Well, actually, we could just immediately go this direction. Probably not, but I'm gonna explore it for a second. Because if we go that way... Yeah, never mind, that's way too overcomplicated. So we can go that way, and then up. Like, that's pretty fucking neato. But you'll
Doesn't
notice...
occupy the jump spot.
Exactly. you notice that I have immediately created a hell of my own making. I don't fucking know, dude. Jesus. Let's do something crazy. Boom. I mean, like...
Oh, man. Oh, man.
It's always funny. It's always funny.
It's such a good animation. It's so quick, but like violent.
It's barely animation. It's basically like 2 frames almost.
Okay. Fucking, I don't know, dude. I do not know.
Play the
'Cause I wanna
driving
go
into the
this
water
way.
animation.
I want to go this way. I want to go up. Like, that's how I want to end, right? With those 3. I don't know if I actually need to. I guess I could jump over the button.
Is pressing the button more than once turn it back on?
Yes.
What if you jump into the segmented land? Did that do something? From the bottom?
Segmented. What's segmented land?
Like, what if the car goes straight down, then right, then jumps onto the island? Is that something?
I mean, it could be, but then I would only have one place to put a square, which would be like right here. Because otherwise I'll go off the world and die, right? So I'd have to. So like if I started, so like if we did that, right? If we went all the way down, went right, and then up, and then jumped, I would only have this spot to either go left or right. And I guess I could, but I don't know where I would go after that. You know what I mean?
Let's see. And you have to get to that red square in the top right to end it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Did you go over the same arrow more than once? Is it still direct you?
The arrow disappears after you go over it the first time. Yeah, we used that trick in a previous puzzle, I think.
Lots of shit.
Again, I don't know. If we do it like this. Now I'm just like wasting arrows. Arrows are fucking cheap, dude. No one needs arrows anymore.
The arrow economy, dude.
The arrow economy is crumbling.
Thanks
No,
to
I need
you.
the. So if I go this way and then I go down and I'm up here, but why? Why am I doing that? I'm literally just placing arrows.
This is what this stage feels like.
Oog is trapped in a cage built by
Cage
Oog.
built by Oog. Thanks, Oog.
Let's do this animation.
Another toy destroyed by Professor Layton.
What happens if you jump into a tree?
I think you just land. I think you just land on it.
Can I see what it looks like?
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be epic, dude. Watch this. It's gonna be flippin' epic.
Friggin' epic.
I still wish I remembered exactly what point in the stream it was where what the fuck? No, what? The hell? There's not even supposed to be anything over here. Anyway, I don't remember what moment in the stream it was, but where I was solving one of these puzzles and I was going like, I don't need any of your fucking help, I'm a genius. And right as I said that, I springboarded over the side of the map and was like, ah!
Oh god!
it was really good. I would like to go back. I would love to go back and find that at some point.
I like to imagine that Luke is like remote controlling this little car and Layton just sitting over his shoulder like, no, Luke, left.
Hey Grant,
Luke, got his shoulder shake. Luke,
you want to give me the answer since we have like 4 minutes left before you leave?
Throw it your way. Let me throw it back. Yeah.
Oh, I was so close! No! Oh, I was on the right track. I didn't know where to put the arrows. Damn it!
Wow, you don't even
I
jump.
didn't know where to put them.
You don't even jump.
I was going the right direction.
You don't even jump. They fucking put the jump in there specifically to fuck with me.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Really
You don't hit the lever either. Like, you don't hit the switch either. Wow.
Yeah, you avoid
what
the
a bunch
lever.
of dickheads.
This will really
How
matter.
dare they put in red herrings? I like my fish like I like my pieces. Cod.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't like red
It's
herrings.
built. It's been trapped.
Oog has been trapped in a cave built by Oog.
I knew it was a spiral pattern.
Rip to my boy Oog. Shout out.
Rip to my boy Oog.
Yay!
Yay.
Wait. I just thought of something.
What? That you're gonna add the jump at the very end. Hey, you're gonna miss it.
You're gonna mix it, yeah, you're gonna jump over it. So close.
It's so far. I'm just thinking about Ook has been trapped in a cage built by Ook.
I love it so
Here.
much.
Here, this meme was taking over TF2 Reddit for a while, and it's pretty good.
Can multiple people just call themselves Oog?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oog, no.
And then here's the reverse card. Someone made this high def
Oog
render.
has trapped you in a cage built by Oog. Oh, fucking.
No! Cage has been trapped by Oog.
All right. What were...
No.
So we're done with the toy store, right?
Yeah, and I guess this is a good stopping point.
Well, we either will or will not be back next week.
I pray to
don't
God.
know, unfortunately.
I want us to finish the game.
So, I'm going to take a minute to talk about this before Grant leaves, but in theory, for my birthday weekend, I might be going, we might be driving to the Atlanta Aquarium, which is like 3 or 4 hours away, just because I've been wanting to go to an aquarium for like 3 years now. And like, you know, that'd be a nice way to like get out of the house and like, you know, do stuff. But if I do that, that obviously means that we won't be streaming on Saturday. So that's its own thing. Don't do OG. There it is. Ooh.
Also, I hope you might like this, Grant and Zach.
Sticky Queen has already touched the control point.
Yeah, that's how that works effectively. Although Sticky Fingers does something else as well. But
I think it's
what was I
supposed to
gonna
be Killer
say?
Queen.
So, if we finish Outer Wilds tomorrow, right? Which we should, in theory, we should finish it. I think what I would like to do is where we would emergency transition Sunday streams into being Professor Layton.
Ooh.
Like emergency train.
Oog.
Because that wasn't on the plan, right? Was to do that. But I would like to do that. I think that so that way we could finish Layton without me having to quit my job, and then we would do Stray, like finish up Stray, and then we would go into Eastward. That is the plan, assuming that I don't fucking quit my job at some point. But yeah, there you go.
So just Friday next week you won't, or was it Saturday next week you maybe won't, or was it Friday and Saturday?
I'll be working Friday. So I will not be streaming at all. I know you're interested in this, Saba. Yes, because I know you want to know. I will not be working Friday. Or I will be working Friday. I will not be. Stop. I will be working Friday the 19th. I am not working Saturday the 20th because I took that day off. I will be working Friday the 26th. In either direction, depending on whether or not I have found a way to quit my job reasonably without getting kicked out of my house. And that's the situation.
All
so
right.
We'll figure it out from there. All right. But yeah, so with that being said, let me save this real quick, and then I'll say, all right, we're good.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Grant.
Bye.
All right. I'm gonna do fucking Cult of the Lamb, dude. quick hot swap to Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb. Here we go. This should immediately just turn on, I hope. I pray. A lot of progress has been made since you guys saw this yesterday. Because I
stayed up.
I did exactly as I said I would, and I stayed up until like just shy of 3 a.m. playing Cult of the Lamb.
I'm going to go because my spicy tendies from last night are coming down, so I'll see you later.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay. I don't know about you, but I'll see how long I can stick around, because I don't know, I'm slowly disintegrating into sleep mode for some reason.
Cool. Glad to hear it.
I'm glad
to hear that. I'm glad to hear that on the last Saturday stream for a while, hypothetically, everybody's just kind of like leaving. If you want, we can just end stream.
I'm gonna stick around for a good 30
we can just
minutes.
end stream.
Let me
That's
wake
fine.
up.
We can just end stream. I would rather just end stream than like not do anything besides just like play Cult of the Lamb.
Play the game.
Well, I mean, we usually like banter or something on top of gameplay.
I'm still talking, but if I space out, I'm saying, and maybe because of that, unless I wake up a little bit more, which I can.
Okay. All right.
Oh, this was interesting. You asked, when does sauce become pizza sauce?
Yes.
I think there has to be a specific, like, there has to be a specific blend of things. Like, you can't just throw tomato paste on a piece of dough and say, like, it's pizza sauce. I think it has to be, like, I don't even know how pizza sauce, like, is it boiled?
But how do you define a sauce to begin with? I guess.
Isn't it, like, a wet thing? I don't know.
What's the difference between sauce and, like, salad dressing?
A salad dressing is a type of sauce.
So it is a type of sauce, right? But what happens if I put a salad dressing on a pizza? Is that a pizza sauce?
But the thing is, we call dressing, I think, something that usually applies to salads. Because do you use the word dressing for anything else but a salad?
Usually salad-like things. So not really.
So yeah. So I think dressing is just the exception of, like, for some reason salads get their own, like, form of sauce. Oh. Because normally they say,
by the way, just to give you like an
well.
update on the game, I'm in like the late stages of the base building, but I'm less than halfway through the actual like game because I keep dying.
Oh, it's just because this rogue part is difficult, I guess.
Well, I was making it difficult on myself. There's a you can get like costumes for your character where the costumes actually impart gameplay challenges. And so the one that I wanted obviously was, hey, every time you kill an enemy, increase your damage by 10%, but whenever you take a hit, reset your bonus back to 0. And I was like, okay, that's fun. But then the downside to it was that any damage you take is doubled. So instead of losing half a heart every time I was taking damage, I would lose, like a full heart. But then the boss of this zone has a move that deals a full heart of damage, which meant that I was losing 2 hearts every time it hit me.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was essentially making the game way harder on myself than was necessary, unfortunately. So that's why my progress in the dungeon crawling part is like ground to a halt. But anyway, yes, we're talking about pizza sauce, because this is once again an evolution of the exact same conversation we've had like a lot, where it's like it's all just nomenclature, right? Where it's just like I almost feel like the only thing that prevents a sauce from being a pizza sauce is if it's on a pizza.
A sauce is not a pizza sauce if it's on a pizza.
I can't hear you, Saba.
A sauce is a pizza. Wait, the sauce is not a pizza sauce if it's on a pizza. I think that's
the exact opposite of what I said, but sure.
Yeah. A pizza sauce is a pizza sauce if it's on a pizza.
Any sauce is a pizza sauce if it is on a pizza. Just because it's not
isn't
like
your banter idea ask for pizza sauce? Never mind, continue. Yeah.
Just because it's not like because you can buy a jar of pizza sauce, right? Like that's what it's marketed as in like your grocery store.
You can't just put like ranch on a pizza and call it pizza sauce. And also, I think it depends on where you're putting the sauce, right? Because if the sauce, because some people drizzle sauce over the pizza as well.
I can't hear you.
What? I'm literally right next to my
I don't know what to tell you. I would recommend if you have a little bit of time at some point, maybe like skimming back through the Cult of the Lamb part of the VOD to listen to what you sound like, because it's clear that you're talking, like obviously you're talking, but like your audio is like dropping out, like bottoming out so severely I can't understand what you're saying.
Give me 5 seconds to listen to this.
pile of pumpkins. Oh. Die, bitch.
Okay. I'm bringing some stuff up. I don't know why some of this stuff sounds like I listen to it and it does sound weird. I don't know why. Where is the sound?
What a brutal thing I have done.
Okay. No, it's hitting red more. I need to make sure I'm not hitting red.
Hitting red isn't that bad. It's sustained being in the red that's bad.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
fine?
depending on your mic settings, I guess.
Is this alright? Do I sound the same?
I mean, you sound largely the same. We'll have to
better?
talk to see whether or not you, like, cut out or whatever.
Okay, well, we can... Okay, I will go back to the topic by saying... Do you agree with me that pizza sauce has to be, like, in a certain location in order to be, you know, considered pizza sauce?
What do you mean, like, on a pizza? Like, what do you mean by location?
Like, you know, normal pizzas, the sauce would go underneath the cheese. Like in a wherever, like a margarita, depending on, like, you know, the type
I
of pizza.
disagree. I think that because there's a lot of, there are certain styles of pizza where the sauce goes on top of the cheese, and while it's not my preference, I still think that that's pizza sauce.
No, I know, but it's like, that's why I just said in the respective form of pizza. It's because, like, margarita is, like, kind of on top as well. But that's what margarita traditionally is anyway. So it's like, yes, okay, if you have a deep dish, if the sauce goes on top, then that's still, like, that's where the sauce, though, goes.
Well, I mean, then
Not
what?
like-
Then what's your question?
Like, if you got a traditional, just, like, regular pizza with the sauce that normally goes on the bottom, and then, like, you drizzled ranch on top of, like, the cheese, the ranch doesn't suddenly become pizza sauce.
I do think it becomes an additive sauce. You can have more than one sauce on a pizza. Like that's what I was saying earlier, where it's like, I think once you have something, once a sauce of some kind goes onto a pizza, I think it becomes a pizza sauce.
I think there's also the distinction between something that can be a sauce for a pizza and pizza sauce. Because I feel like pizza sauce is like a specific formulaic thing, you know, where it's the tomato or I guess the white sauce. But it's like, if you just wanted to use whatever,
But which
any type
white
of
sauce are we talking about? Because like white sauce could be Alfredo or ranch, depending on what restaurant you're ordering the pizza from.
I mean, sure, it's
Like
there, but it's
I love
their
chicken. I
pizza
love chicken
sauce.
bacon ranch pizza. Like that's my favorite pizza.
Sure, but I'm saying like it's like the collective individuals. Like if it's the pizza sauce, right? It's like more of an objective like recipe, I think, versus any
I think
sauce
I could agree
be
with
used for pizza.
Like I could agree with you
And
that
having
for the most part, pizza sauce is like marinara, right? It's like a jar of like specially formulated marinara sauce.
Yeah. So it's like everything could be a sauce on a pizza, maybe, but not everything is a pizza sauce.
Like
There's
I think
specific-
I think that only I think that for common parlance, only like, I don't know, only like the red marinara sauce that we're used to seeing would be qualified or would be recognizable as pizza sauce in like a jar on a store shelf, right?
Yes.
But once any sauce goes on a pizza, that is a pizza sauce.
No, it is the sauce for the pizza.
It is a pizza sauce.
Yeah, I saw like
It has been temporarily promoted to pizza sauce in my mind.
It's a pizza sauce. Basically,
yeah, but you don't
sorry.
say that though. Like, hey, what's the sauce of this? What's the sauce on this pizza? And you say ranch. That's pizza sauce.
No, you just said, what is the sauce on this pizza? And then you just did.
Yeah, but okay, Saba, I'll hit
means.
you. Fine, I'll hit you with one back. If you get a regular red sauce pizza, what do you like? And I ask you what sauce is on this pizza. What's your answer? Do you say pizza sauce like an asshole, or do you say marinara like a normal person? You see how
that, but I actually in my mind I was like pizza sauce.
Yeah, that's an asshole thing to say because that's just that's a non-statement. Like obviously you would say like what it actually is.
If everyone knows what pizza sauce means, and we say it's marinara, everyone collectively agrees that's what pizza sauce is.
I guess you could hypothetically argue that asking the question, "Hey, what type of sauce is on this red sauce pizza?" is kind of a moot point because obviously like. You would obviously you'd be like
sauce.
You would know what it is. It's pizza sauce, arguably. Yeah. But
see,
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree. I think that once again this conversation has become the classic. Saba has a very specific idea in her mind of why of like things are named in a certain way, and Zach has a very loose idea of like why things are named in a certain way, and like we've done this like so many times. this is the fucking like when we were talking about like the Pokemon project or whatever, and you were like, well, it should be alien type. This is the exact same thing where you're like, well, the actual definition of alien just means something that you don't recognize. And I'm like, yeah, but people don't use it like that.
But why should it be limited in its usage just because that's what people think?
You're limiting it in its usage.
It's not about limiting
its usage. It's about using it in a way that people would actually fucking understand.
You mean the way that it's actually designed to be used?
That's it. Who gives a shit about how it's designed to be used? It's how it's actually used. In my mind, colloquialisms trump whatever the original intention for something was, whether it's a word or a phrase or what have you.
And then I look at people who do that to a certain degree. If it's like within a reasonable thing, it's like sure.
Yeah,
but
like
if
alien.
people really just. What do you alien literally means something like that? What do you? Okay, Zach, I don't even know what you want me to.
That's where the word came from. Yes, the obvious like original definition of alien. But now we have a definitive like pop culture figure that is called an alien that people obviously associate with that word more.
Yeah, the gray little man with the big head.
Or any other like version of an alien, sure, but yes. But that's the thing. Like my argument was not that the word alien doesn't mean what you're saying that it means. My argument was that your normal person will look at the word alien and be like, Porygon's an alien? That doesn't make any sense. He's not from space.
That does make sense, but he's a weirdo, okay?
Correct, but that's not what people... When people hear the word alien, they think of something from space.
Nah, see, when
Deoxys would be fine.
That's not of this world, or like a being that's like really out of the realm in like the supernatural realm. That's what alien like. As soon as you say Porygon,
you made a secondary suggestion, I think, during the initial argument where you said something along the lines of like, what did you say? You said something like. Anomaly type or whatever, and while obviously anomaly doesn't really work because the name needs to be a little shorter so it can fit onto like an actual tag, I do think that anomaly makes more sense than fucking synthetic Or sorry, fuck! I just ruined my own argument. I just ruined my own thing. I am doomed. You know what? I'm gonna take the L on that because I am playing a video game while also talking. So I will take the L on that misspoke, on that misspeaking. Overall weapon damage up. Thank you.
Just like alien type. I just think it makes some sense.
Alien type is cool as fuck. But alien type would, like, straight up, I think alien type would probably be a gimmick for, like, for one of the regions where it's like, oh, it's the Pokemon you know, but they're from space this time. Because once again, when people hear the word alien, they associate it with space. Because what was some of the, like, you know, there were other synthetic, what do you calls it? Other synthetic Pokemon that fit into the category, like the fucking city form of that bug type. I don't remember its name.
Wormadam?
Yeah, Burmy and Wormadam. Where it's like that one was fucking Jesus. That one was a synthetic type, and that doesn't make any fucking sense to be alien. Like, it's weird, but it's not weird because it's innately weird. It's weird because it, like, takes trash and makes a suit out of it, right?
I mean, ultimately, Zach, does this topic matter? Because we confirmed to call it synth type.
Yeah, but I mean, the point of this is not whether or not it matters. The point of this is that, like, what does any of it, like, does any of this,
and we should have used
does any of this matter? We're playing video games on you know, to an audience
like
of
ourselves. You're making the argument that alien type couldn't be used, and I'm like, I know, we didn't use it in the end, Zach, to my disappointment.
But I mean, that's not the argument that, I mean, that's not the discussion that we were having a second ago.
We're talking about pizza sauce. When did we
correct,
get here?
because I was bringing up the idea that once again, this is the same, like, discussion we've had multiple times where it's like, I don't think names matter I don't think names matter as much as you seem to believe that they do. And then that leads to, you know, some conflict between us.
Okay. I'm glad we've come to an understanding.
I mean, once again, I'm not, like,
matter.
actually attacking you. I'm just trying to make conversation as we're, you know, streaming.
You're so attacked right now. You have no idea.
I'm so attacked right now. Saba's just a Tumblr biddy. That's all she is.
I'm just a little troll that sits under the bridge until
and goes
Zach
alien
starts
type.
Throwing stones at me, and I'm just like, I'm trying to exist, and Zach's like, but I want to bother you.
I have not done anything to you.
Say that while he's grinning and smirking up to the side.
I'm not. I don't know. This isn't fair. Now I am being attacked.
I've gone into my loopy stage now. Fan-freaking-tastic. So, I think we've, like, concurred in the pizza sauce debate. Jesus is not here to save you.
I know,
We're
unfortunately. This is the game about Satanism.
So, what do you think? So, if Satanism exists for, like, you know, Christianity and stuff like that, what should exist for the other ones?
I mean, there's a lot, right? Because the thing is,
what's like the Satanism for, like, I don't know, like the other religions?
Well, I mean, it depends on what religions you're talking about, right? Because, like, if you're talking about, like, you know, Hinduism and whatnot, that's not monotheistic. They have like, I mean, they don't have, like, evil gods per se, but they have gods that do, like, bad and nasty things. And you know, that's not a, you know, that's not like a sacrilegious thing in those religions, I suppose. So it's like, I don't know if people would necessarily, like, worship those deities in the same way. I guess they kind of would, but, like, you know, you think about it, and it's like in Greek mythology, I think, like, the worst like, all the gods were kind of shitty, but I guess, like, the worst god would be, I have 2 dead people that are just hanging out. I should probably
you would think for those multi-religious stuff, what you would do is that you would just shun all gods instead and just say they're not real.
You mean, like, and just be like an atheist, you think?
Yeah, but it's like, but then, like, be belligerent.
I don't think that's exactly the same thing as Satanism, though, right? Because Satanism, like, the core behind Satanism is that it's like, oh, the teachings of the teachings that people say are true about God are actually just like abusive and whatever, yada yada. So because like Satanism is about countering a belief, not just not believing in it.
Okay, so you think this could only work for monotheistic religions?
Well, I don't think it would. I don't think it could only work. I just think that it would be. I think that it would be perceived differently for polytheistic religions because it's like they're typically like, because what's the one that they always use in like movies and stuff where it's like for Hinduism it's fucking Kali, right? Because Kali is the Hindu deity for like destruction and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you had no special thing either. That's sad. But at the same time, like I feel like that might just be. I feel like the popular media like saying Kali is like the Hindu equivalent of like the devil or whatever because she represents like destruction and death. I think that's actually just like a westernization, like a Christianization of the narrative because Christianity does have Satan, right?
Yeah, there's not really a good and evil. Or maybe like in Hinduism, I'm pretty sure it's more like of a balance type of thing.
Like the,
so it's like
the
even
gods
though
just do whatever.
Bad,
right?
Yeah,
they
even though
just do
destruction may be bad, it's like necessary, right? Versus like, I don't know, Satan or.
Well, I don't know if I know that like Taoism believes in balance and stuff like that. So maybe it's different for Taoism, but like for. I don't think it's necessarily a thing of like these parts need to exist in balance for a lot of these religions. I think it's along the lines of these things exist in the world, and which means that a god must control it in some way, I guess, right? Like that's my perception of how that would be of like how that would work, I suppose. I need more seeds. There we go.
Wow, your tower has gotten big. For this.
Yes, I like I said earlier, I maxed out all the stats for, well, mostly maxed out all the stats for my buildings and stuff. But my actual progress has slowed quite considerably. All right, I need. Do you have stone for me? Or was this wood? I think that was stone, actually. Yes. Worked stone. There we go. Someone will make that for me at some point. This needs to be like that. And then I need the trap scarecrow. Oh, I need wood planks! Fuck! Well, that sucks. Sucks to suck, I guess. But yeah, that is an interesting idea, though, that you bring up of like what would the equivalent of Satanism be for like other cultures and whatnot, because that's like that's a really specific interpretation of a very like multicultural question, right?
Yeah.
And this isn't like a critique of you asking the question. This is just like an interesting thing of like Christianity is actually, I think, one of the religions that really specifically has like a villain associated with it, and not just like entities that do things. Because like there's a lot of, once again, I'm talking about like Greek stuff because I'm familiar with Greek stuff, but like there's quite a few like myths in Greek mythology where like Hermes is the bad guy, as an example, right? Because like Hermes is like a trickster god.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of, so there's part of that in there a little bit. Oh, my people are starving to death. I need to feed them. Why didn't you tell me my people were starving, Saba? What the hell?
Because my eyes don't work and I'm only talking right now.
You wanted that stream?
No, we're talking about pizza.
We have finished talking about pizza, in fact.
We were talking about pizza. That's cause for it to continue, and for you to make food for your people before they die on you.
I don't think I've had anybody die of anything other than old age yet, which is apparently really good.
I think criticism of all religions should exist.
What a controversial statement, Saba. Yes, I do believe that any I do believe that any belief system should be scrutinized.
Except in this country, there's there's a couple that are really defended really hardcore and told you shouldn't be talking about it.
And what would that be, Saba? Tell me very explicitly out loud on camera what you think those things
It's exactly what you think it is.
What is it, Saba?
Clearly
I need you to be as explicit as possible because I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I'm sending you the telepathic waves. The telepathic waves of you remember I talked about
I got married, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, look. See, next to his level, I got married.
Amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, what nonsense are you trying to send me now?
I wasn't sending. I just telepathically.
But what are you sending me though?
I was sending you the answer which you requested, and as well I was talking about one of the big kind of things that I had seen for that was, if you recall, that like newspaper, satirical newspaper thing, like place that like posted something satirical, you know.
Are you talking about The Onion?
No,
you're talking so vaguely now. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Hold on, let me find it for you. This one I will actually send it to you if I find it.
Okay, cool. I've chosen to reinterpret my current situation, by the way, as you're looking for that. Instead of viewing it as I'm losing stream, I have chosen to reinterpret my current situation as the same thing as what happened like previously in our stream history, where it's like, oh, I'm not losing stream, I'm just going to take a semi-prolonged vacation away from stream, you know? And I feel like that's pretty fair. I feel like that's a fair interpretation. Oh, my back.
I have to remind myself, was it the French?
Do I have anything I want to do? I have the bones for a lot of stuff, to be fair. We could do a big loyalty spike. That'd be great. All right, ladies and gents, wake up. Oh my god, we have 3 old people. Oh no. All my followers are getting so old that they're gonna die.
I remember talking to you about this.
I don't remember talking to you. I don't do that willingly. What is this? What did she say? I don't remember this.
I remember talking about this, and I was like, this is not good. All religions should be able to be criticized. This should not be the outcome of someone criticizing your religion.
I mean, I am interpreting the statement that you are making here, and I don't necessarily think that the statement is incorrect, but I don't think that this has as much to do with the affiliations of these individuals and more about like just who they were as people, I guess.
No, but there is an affiliation. There is a lot of people not that goes to this link, but there's a lot of people that are just like, you shouldn't talk about this way. But it's like they're all fine going after like another religion and like mocking that.
Well, I mean, like that's like if we're speaking on religion specifically, religion has like this really fascinating interpretive element to it where 3 people can be sitting on the same bus talking to each other and each one of them believes that the other is living their life incorrectly and that it's going to damn them to, you know, eternal punishment or whatever. And I find that to be a really fascinating circumstance of religion in general, because it's just like having like so many people who are forced to live together in like a city, for example, where some of those people truly believe that like, oh, because of who you married or who you decide to love, you're ruining like my life in a way, you know?
I mean, I personally, anyway, I prefer if religions were like not like, you know, people didn't come trying to forcefully preach it onto you. And like, if you were just like, no, thank you, they'd like walk away. For all of them, I would prefer that.
Well, I mean, like, if we could talk about this from like the most cynical perspective that I can possibly muster, one of the primary objectives of religion is to bring more people into the religion. So it kind of makes sense that a lot of religious people would be raised to believe that everybody needs to be in their belief system, right?
I know, and like, I'm totally fine if you want to ask, but as soon as I say no, please respect the no, and then move on your way.
I mean,
if
yeah,
they're
like
fine
a reasonable, I think a reasonable
that's
person
fine.
would do that. But now, what if I told you, what if I told you, Saba, like, I'm a respected person within your community, right? You know, whatever that might be. I'm a respected person in your community, and I tell you that you not trying to convert people to our religion will damn you to hell.
I would say it is what I believe with my relationship to whatever. Why do I have to believe,
you don't
Zach,
understand,
what you're
Saba.
telling me,
I
Zach?
am the respected person in your community, and I am the one that tells you that if you don't do this, you're gonna burn in hell forever.
I would tell you, Zach, you need to reconsider what this religion is, and you need to, I don't know, be better, because this is not what the world has
obviously in the scenario that we're playing out right now, this is obviously not how this would work. but it's just the sort of thing where it's just like, you know, it makes sense that there's, you know, like, I don't know. I remember there was a thing where I have a couple cousins who are you know, married to somebody that a more conservative person might not want them to be married to. And I remember it was the sort of thing where they described just the passive, like the pseudo passive aggressive of a person who would just like walk up to them on the street and just be like, I pray for you every day, and then walk away, right? As if
like,
they were doing something wrong.
Thank you. And then I would just leave and be on my way. I think, see, but that is so much more benign than what I have seen and witnessed from certain other religions to people.
I don't know. Obviously, I have a tendency of like involuntarily trying to like soften your statements, because I don't want to say that any one particular religion is more egregious than another, unless the religion literally is about like murdering people, I guess. But I would. Oh man, I lost fucking one of the followers I sent on a mission fucking died. God
Yikes,
damn it!
He tried his best, Zach, for
you.
you.
He had a 90%
okay?
chance of survival.
You know, that 10% chance still exists, Zach. You know, you can't. He's trying his best.
That's so horseshit. All right, well now I need to fucking go out to find more followers, because I straight up don't have enough people to keep my economy up. That's so annoying.
I didn't understand you were so, you know, what is it? So passionate about being an influencer, Zach.
Yes, my economy can't maintain itself because I don't have enough people. That is literally true, by the way.
You don't have enough followers. Isn't that kind of quick? Wait, Zach.
Yes, that's me.
Is being an influencer not some kind of like a cult, because what you're accruing are followers?
Yes. Saba,
wow.
Yes. Literally any popularity contest is a cult.
Oh my god.
There is no popularity contest on the face of the earth that you couldn't have an analog as being a cult, right? Like that's why people who are critical of like Elon Musk and all the shit that he does talk about getting fucking attacked by the cult of Elon Musk or whatever. right?
Okay.
It's effectively the same thing by like all accounts, in my opinion. But anyway, so sorry, to finish my statement from earlier, I don't necessarily think that any religion that exists presently, aside from the ones that are literally like, hey, go murder people, is particularly more egregious than any other.
I will at least say that the people associated, at least in one group, the people and like the thing itself have been kind of bashed over the head in the past to be like, you can't do this. And for the most part, it receded a little bit within itself, and it just kind of like it's slowly tries to push out, versus this other one hasn't had the bashing in the head and continues to be as kind of as brutal as it kind of still wants.
But this is the exact problem that I've had with these type of conversation with you in the past. I don't think this is a problem with the religion. I think it's a problem with the individuals who are practicing the religion. Because like,
but isn't that the point of it? Well, just because the idea may be like fine, right? If most people who we've seen deploy this idea have gone to the worst ends ever to deploy this idea, I think there's something inherently wrong potentially with how people, if you're interpreting this idea, the wording of the idea, there's something flawed from the beginning that makes the idea turn out this way.
I don't know. I'm just gonna have to fundamentally disagree, I suppose, because I think that there's a lot of circumstances that you're kind of just ignoring with this statement, where it's like in a globalized society that has like ultra super powerful nations, it does make sense that people would turn to some pretty terrible actions in order to try to influence that system. And I don't think that's the problem with the religion. I think that's just the byproduct of them not feeling like they have the ability to actually influence the world in a way that matters.
I think one of them got butt whooped into being like, you're going crazy far now, and then like that caused them to be like, we have to like go, but like maybe they realized they were going crazy too far, so they receded and they were like more careful. But while the other one hasn't had the butt whooping, so it's kind of all of the extreme stuff still is happening.
I do not share Saba's beliefs, by the way, in case somebody does tap this video for the future. Saba's beliefs are her own and do not reflect that.
I have first-hand experience of certain things I've shared with you.
That is true.
Which
Saba
is what the personal sentiment is. That's how I've like seen historical stuff, and that's what I think it is.
By definition, you have second-hand knowledge, I think.
Sure, first-hand knowledge I think would be more horrifying, yeah.
Yeah, first-hand knowledge is like you actually got shot at, which is a little different. But that being said, second-hand knowledge is still pretty,
it's somewhat of a unique, because it's like I look at the history of certain religions and I do describe like one of them being like literally like knocked over the head and beaten down a little bit, and then they're like slowly like gathering themselves, but they're not as like extreme, because they're like, if we get like caught again in this kind of way, it'll look really bad for us.
But and once again, I think that what I'm about to describe is largely just a byproduct of the way that you talk about things, where I personally do not believe that you think that everybody who practices whatever religion she might be talking about, I am going to choose to believe that you do not think that everybody who practices whatever religion...
There's always nuance in everything, yes.
Correct. But once again, the statements that you make rarely ever have nuance to them, which leads to me tugging at my collar.
Nuance should be implied. Everyone,
nuance should not be implied.
Black and white.
Nuance should be explicitly like stated, especially on the age, in the age of the internet.
Yeah, Tech, you're right. In the age of this internet, people don't understand that for the most part when people talk, they're nuanced. So this is me telling you,
I will largely say that in real world conversations, the vast majority of the nuance that is shared is largely conveyed through like facial expressions and body language and stuff.
Okay, which we are missing, so I'm sorry we're missing that to everyone, but nuance is always implied here. That's what I'm thinking.
Like, because once again, I'm not here to like invalidate the experiences that you've had and have been aware of, but it is the sort of thing where it's just like some of the things that you say don't come over very well. And I know that they come from a real place. I know they come from a real place.
I know. Oh my gosh, there's only so much you can say without like having to explain 40 other things in the process. I'm just trying to keep it somewhat simple. Whatever. It's okay. It's okay. I just think one of them needs that bashing in the head. The other one's got it. A couple of the other ones have got it a little bit.
But I mean, like, now you're just like reiterating a problem with like human existence in general, right? Which is just like
well, the thing is, we bashed one of them. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of happened to one of them.
I'll ask you, Saba, right? Like, you're describing like they need to be bashed in the head, and obviously there is reason why you feel obligated to immediately turn to like some sort of violent reproach, but isn't bashing people in the head exactly what the people you don't like is doing?
No, you call, like, you have to go to the craziest of the things and say like, this is so far beyond the scope of what should be acceptable within your religion that you need to like immediately call this out and call it as crazy. But like those other, and that's what it means bash, like you have to have the scrutiny of the world looking at you saying like, this is too far.
Right, but this is what I mean when I say like this is a problem with just like human interaction on the planet Earth, which is like sure, the acknowledgement is obviously like pretty serious, and you could probably put like, I don't know, like sanctions on them or whatever, but like
it's not even sanctions, but it's like collectively the world has to look at it. Like, once again, this happened to one of them. So it's like it has happened. You could do it.
Depending on precisely who you're referring to in this, the thing that you're referring to where it's like it happened to them had little to no effect on the actual like longevity of the group. It just caused them to go into hiding for a while.
Well, so it receded, but that kind of behavior, unless explicitly like.
But you can't police an entire people's forever.
No, well, that's the thing. You're not police. So like it's the scrutiny, right? It's like, well, suddenly if people take a look at this and connect these types of behavior, you're gonna have a hell of a hard time trying to convert people to your religion.
I don't think that, I don't know. I feel like that's not their objective, I guess. Right? It is not. Jesus, I am.
Well, that's the thing. You want to talk about the base idea not being inherently bad. Well, it's like, okay, the base idea may be fine, but this other thing has taken it over so wholeheartedly that you as a person, if you want the base to exist, and you're saying like, oh, my religion is this base that we think is fine. Well, it's like, okay, so are you gonna let that other thing run rampant that's ruining your reputation while also being like actually really bad?
So your argument, so like a Christian extremist group would not be qualified in this because Christian extremist groups aren't as prevalent? Like in comparison to Christianity as a whole?
I think so. There was like a time in certain religions where like the really bad stuff was like had really started taking over, and like everyone called the bad stuff out because it was going crazy, and so
I mean, like the only reason the Spanish Inquisition stopped was because they won.
Well, no, but it's like the dark time of that it was like the dark times of the religion, but then it came back to like somewhat normalcy, even though there's like, you know, some extremes. Like, it's not the dark times of that anymore.
Sure. Yes.
While I think other ones are constantly like the same behavior is existing within them, but no one's calling it out as the dark time still.
I mean,
or the dark time is persistent for so long.
Do you actually feel like no one's calling it out, or do you just feel like the bad stuff, it just isn't going away?
I feel like there are some people calling it out. I feel like the collective
how
of
would
the people.
you make somebody do something, Saba?
Well, okay, you should let me finish what I was saying. I was trying to answer your first question. I was just to say, I think some people are calling out, but the idea that, like, you know, what I was saying, the collective of everyone has to turn their eye to it, that's not happening. It's like maybe, like certain people are trying to get to that point, but it's such a hard uphill battle that it's like, it's so
I do feel like you need to define who you
there.
mean what by everyone.
Like, I guess this would have to be like the higher up, the people that represent, like, you know, everyone, I guess. So
But I mean, is there any like higher level, like, you know, like a political elitist in the world who condones what you're talking about? I would doubt it, because they would probably not be a political leader for very long.
Maybe, but it's not even about.
I'm gonna fucking
like, there
die.
are certain things that some people.
Jesus Christ! I hate this stupid fucking enemy type. Sorry.
You know, there are some things that are just like murder, right? That I believe, you know, people should just condemn naturally.
Yes. The controversial statement coming from Saba.
100%. So it's like stuff like, if it's like stuff like that, that's like the worst of the worst again. So it's like, yeah, the worst of the worst like that is happening. So they should be doing that, but they're not doing that, which is baffling to me. And there was like a second part to your question. Do you remember that?
Yes. The second part to my question was, how do you force someone to do something if you don't like what they're doing? Because
no, it was this was a second question, but there was part 2 to your first question.
Oh, to my first question?
That?
I unfortunately don't recall that specifically, because my mind has like moved on, because it's like I know. I feel like, I mean, and obviously like world politics is its own monster, but like I do feel like we in the US have a very keen and modern example of what happens when you start having large groups of people tell a comparatively smaller group of people that they're wrong and need to change.
This is not a comparatively smaller group of people.
No, but I'm saying like, yes, no, actually, yes, you have proven my point even more. It's not a comparatively smaller group of people. It's a, like, so imagine from the other direction.
But isn't that like crazy though? Like the bad dark age is like also, such an immense group of people.
Is a comparatively larger group of people that support the thing that you're talking about?
It's interesting because it's not even support by this point, because I feel even it's almost like the dark age has like persisted for so long that it's become normal.
Okay.
Like people don't like, it's like you can't like win against it. So you just have to like let it go, and it has to be what it is, which is baffling to me, because I'm like, that sucks and that shouldn't happen.
It's obviously a problem that deserves being solved. I don't think that that's like a controversial statement. We can say that pretty cleanly. But at the same time,
for the people that are good in the religion itself, like that, it should, because that would benefit like everyone. But it apparently, because maybe there's so many of the dark age people still, like, I don't know, people are like, it's too big of a thing to take on. But it's like, wow, I don't know, that's still not good at all.
I don't know.
I'm not feeling happy about it.
I mean, yes, I think that's pretty obvious. But once, I don't know. It's just like once again, it's like the nomenclature that you use when talking about this particular topic is you talk about it as if like the religion is the problem, and it seems like it's a system that was built upon the religion that has.
Sure,
absolutely
but it's
fucked
so
the whole
close
situation.
to the foundation of it, you know? It's like there's also that. It's like from whoever if like X number one, if like the first person who started it became corrupt, it's like, okay, well, the man who, not like Moses, like not the big figureheads, I mean, but it's like modern day, like the closest people to the top if they're the bad, and that's affected like a lot of people to take upon what they've said, then it's like, okay, well, by this point the original thing almost doesn't matter because these people have changed it to such a degree that like it's become like people still use what they've changed it to synonymous as like the term is the same still, even though the reality isn't the same of how it's being done.
I mean, okay, sure. But I don't know, cause it's just like what exactly do you expect to have to happen? I guess, because it's like once again, I'll ask the same question: how do you force someone to stop doing or start doing something that you want them to do?
So
There's pretty much only one way of doing that, like reliably, and it's not good.
It was interesting. It's like so back in the day when the first one of the bigger religions took like a hit for like going too far, I think it was way easier for them because they were more or less confined. Like we didn't really have like smart technology at all. It's way harder now because you still have a collective group of people that may be the good ones still somewhat defending the bad ones, some of them. So you have those people fighting against what, like, trying to do that, and it's like the idea of like global scrutiny is like something I would say it's like, okay, that would be like a good way of doing it, but on the other hand, there may be so many of the Dark Age people that it may be impossible. It may be that it's too late, which would be very, very, very sad if that was the case, and very horrible for a lot of people.
But once again, my question goes unanswered. Of like,
well, that's what's a global scrutiny of
right,
maybe
what does the global scrutiny actually do?
Like
you turn the spotlight on a bad situation.
I would say it would have to do with like maybe potentially like location would probably have to be like the biggest thing, which wouldn't be like a preferential, but like this is like the only thing I think you could do is that there are certain places where the Dark Age people exist the most, where you could kind of and maybe it is almost like you have to make an example or you have to aim at like a certain thing where it's like maybe they're so inherently tied to it that if they were to be scrutinized, then that scrutiny spreads out to other people to kind of be like, be wary, like this Dark Age behavior is unacceptable, then like that traverses to them as well. Because it's like if you were to say like if like Christianity, even like in America, if like it went like haywire all of a sudden, like you would focus on where that went haywire, and you would be like, this is unacceptable there, and then like if it went like. You mean like if national policy started being heavily influenced by the religious beliefs of a select group of people? Probably. I don't know how like law-wise it would work per se, but it's like this behavior would certainly be looked down upon. It would be very much scrutinized and very much isolated, and like they would have like no power to like try to convert people to what they're doing. And yeah, but it's like from there, if that becomes a big enough deal, that's what like the national part, like if everyone knows about it, then the thing goes out to kind of be like, okay, well, they have been like, this is clearly like if people catch us or whatever, this isn't good or blah blah blah, like people like realize it's not good. At least I don't know. I feel like this is where we come to the same issues, right? Because it's like, obviously you've told me stuff and I believe you, but like on any sort of like public stage, like if you were making this argument, there would definitely be somebody who on the opposite side who would make an argument and make it seem like they were correct, if that makes sense. That's like the point of arguing, but like there's like someone who I'm familiar with who is basically trying to get like what is it, like international scrutiny or international like awareness for the thing, because awareness and like turning your eyes towards something is like what awareness is, right? I mean, so sure, it's like in order for it to be recognized and then for people to like, because as soon as like it becomes, because the idea of recognition is that this should be like the Dark Age should be recognized as a bad thing, and that's what like the idea is because people have awareness that something exists, right? But the idea of bringing it to light that like this isn't actually good is like also a separate thing, and I think that's the harder thing to do, especially if you have people fighting against that. But it's like you're bringing awareness of the negative. Did you end up sacrificing the old? Did you end up figuring that out?
I've been sacrificing old people a bit.
Okay.
It's its own thing. But receive a disease heart at the beginning of each episode. I will do that because that seems.
And I guess I'm assuming by a certain point, if you get enough people to recognize the bad thing, then that pushes like the higher ups to have to be like, okay, we have to do about this because this is unacceptable. As like humans and stuff.
I guess like. I hope that it works out, right? I hope that people who are being hurt don't have to deal with that anymore. I think that that's a pretty uncontroversial statement. But at the same time, it's the sort of thing, and this is like a really frustrating, like just fact of life, I guess, that the larger a group of people that's affected by something, the longer it's going to take to actually like resolve the issue. And
no, yeah, I agree, and I just find it
like
very
this issue that you're
to
referring to has existed for long before you've been here, and most likely will exist for long after you're gone, and that just kind of sucks.
That's why I was like, one of them got bashed, so it got stopped, it got reversed a bit, so they're not as far up along this pathway.
Yes, but when you say bashing, what are you referring to specifically?
It's like just being scrutinized and being called out, and like you're like, this is unacceptable.
Are you sure there wasn't some other action that individuals took in this circumstance to make that?
I mean, back in the day, they were crazy. Probably. I'm like, all I know is that like the religion as a whole was like chopped down a notch because of what they did, because it was that bad, and they had to recover. I'm gonna air quote recover reputation-wise from that.
Okay.
Yeah. So and the other ones have not had that.
It's I don't know. It's such a tough situation because it's like, once again, you told me stuff, and like I obviously believe you, but at the same time, it's the sort of thing where it's just like the talk of like global scrutiny and this, that, and the other thing is almost exactly what the people that you have a problem with want as well, kinda. Like the people who are less prone to like eliminating their issues, quote unquote, are the same people who would want to have the scrutiny in the other direction, because obviously like people want to win.
I think I can push back on that by saying actually the Dark Age people are trying to hide under the radar by saying they're not the Dark Age people.
Okay, all right. That's a summation that I haven't heard on this topic yet. So okay, that's
don't
interesting.
Forget, you have the non-Dark Age people still like broadly defending like the thing that, remember, from the beginning has still been tainted by the Dark Age people, right? So they're pretty synonymous with each other a little bit. So it's like you still have a good defense from the non-Dark Age people, which gives a somewhat okay view from like other people of it. And that's how the Dark Age people just ride under the waves and continue what they're doing, because it's like, well, we're fine, right? It's okay, right? I love how this has been going for this long with us just like talking vaguely. I mean,
well, because it's like I don't know, because it's like making definitive statements on this subject matter just makes me feel very icky. But it's the circumstance of it being like, it's obviously an extremely personal circumstance to you. So like any statement I make on it is obviously going to be less impassioned and less informed than yours, right? Because this is a circumstance that is heavily affecting you and only affects me through you, which is, needless to say, not at all. right? So it's like,
Well, sure. I mean, on the other hand, it's almost like I know some people like what to call it. It's like a human issue as well, like a humanitarian issue as well. So it's
I
like
think that would be
it
accurate.
shouldn't affect you personally, but like morally a little bit. It should like if someone were to bring it up, you kind of be like,
people to stop being hurt and inconvenienced, obviously.
No, true. So true. So if someone were to come to you, it'd be like, hey, there's this whole group that's being hurt simultaneously right now that has been happening for a while. That isn't the normal group that you're thinking of, but it's this other group you really don't pay attention to that much. You'd kind of be like, I'd like that to be resolved that now sooner rather than later.
I mean, like, yes, like once again, obviously the statements you're making make a lot of sense. But I guess my problem, and I think this is just like this is just reflectant on like how the world has been working for the past couple of years, where you telling me like, hey, this is a bad thing that is happening and don't you want it to stop happening? I'm like, yes, of course I want it to stop happening. But the problem simultaneously is that I don't see or understand any particularly effective way to have this occur. If that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying, and I that is something I suffer with a lot, because it's like it's the personal thing of like, well, it's closer to home to me and I really do want to do something about it, but the most I can do is like talk to people and like, bring awareness that it is happening, because it's like I'm a small fry in like a giant ocean where it's like, but once again, the awareness, if you get enough people for this to become a thing, it can become a thing. But it's like, if you're one small fish, like if I had a following maybe, but like I don't, like I literally am very hidden in my own thing. So like if I tell you, like eventually, I don't know, Zach, like if you told like 20 other people and they told 20, like maybe, but I that's highly doubtful.
But the thing, the problem with that is that like I am not well enough informed to tell other people, like, because like, things are nuanced in ways that are fucking infinitely complex. Needless to say, a lot of stuff that would be
he's sick.
A lot of things about the situation are far too complex, and also I just don't feel qualified to tell anybody about it.
I could somehow agree, because there's some things at the base level that you could say, right? But on the other hand, because this has been going on for so long, there's a lot of like, why, like, it's like, oh, well, if this was such a big issue, right, why didn't like this come up like sooner or something like that? It's like, because it was so, maybe it was going on for so long, it became so normalized, it became so like people just had to live with it. They didn't say anything about it, it didn't appear till like now, but like even now it's still not like being talked about by like enough people for something to change.
I think from like a global perspective, the vast majority of people on Earth just want to live, like they just want to exist in the world, which unfortunately does lead to circumstances where people with bad intentions get the opportunity to do bad things very frequently. And I don't think that there's necessarily a solution to that problem, because like you remember, and I think this is probably going to be the best way to like finish off stream, because we are over time and I know you're exhausted.
Oh my god, we are.
Yes.
Okay.
I figured this would happen as soon as you started talking about like, the stuff. I was like, yeah, Saba's gonna get really into this and forget about what's happening. But anyway, did I ever tell you about one of the most fascinating things that happened in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7 Steel Ball Run?
No, not at all.
I'll summarize it really briefly, because this is a very non-controversial way of ending off the stream. But in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Steel Ball Run, the bad guy of the story, Funny Valentine, 40-something president of the, or 20-something president of the United States, is secretly on a quest to retrieve the dismembered body parts of Jesus Christ that were buried all over the United States, according to Mormonism, right? So he's finding the body parts of Jesus, and he believes that if he reassembles them, Jesus himself, who once again is based on a lot of modern religions is God, like is the voice of God, would tell him whether or not he's right or wrong, right? Any decision that Funny Valentine makes from the moment that he like reassembles Jesus onwards, he will know whether or not it's the right or wrong thing to do. But there's a catch to this, because when he finally acquires the head of Jesus Christ and mostly assembles Jesus, what Jesus tells him is that right and wrong is a really fucked up concept, but because Funny Valentine is the person to have like done this thing of like reassembled Jesus, that anything Funny Valentine does by default will automatically be considered right, because Jesus can only talk to Funny Valentine. The reason I bring this up in this context is because I find this idea to be really fascinating. Imagine if the world had a way of definitively knowing, maybe not religious, whatever. It could be technological, it could be magical, it could be religious, it could be whatever. But just imagine the world had a way of definitively knowing if something is right or wrong, good or bad, definitively. There are some things that are really fucking obvious in either direction, but it's when you start getting towards the stuff in the middle, or the stuff that can be viewed from different angles, that shit gets fucking frustrating. So imagine we had a way of eliminating that ambiguity entirely. What then? I don't know, I guess, is my point. It's just like the brain candy of like, how would the world look at the situation that you're describing if we were able to perfectly understand what is right and wrong, to the point where in your particular circumstance, I think that a lot of the people who are on potentially probably the wrong side of this would look at the definitive right and wrong presented before them and say, I don't believe you.
Probably. And then on the other hand, it also, earlier on, this wouldn't have gotten this far potentially as well, because like before it was much smaller.
When you say earlier on, you mean like historically?
Yeah, like a while back, when people didn't like when it wasn't as global networky, when it was like, oh, single town by single town, and things could be identified more easily, or like certain people could have been more scrutinized more easily. They may have gotten like the scrutiny it needed back then.
You remember a couple weeks ago, I think it was like maybe over a month ago, when Shinzo Abe was assassinated, the former prime minister of Japan?
Yeah.
Did you know that like Shinzo Abe was part of an extremist political group who over the course of the past like couple decades has been trying to reestablish the imperial emperor of Japan, so that way Japan can go back to its like conquesting like pursuits of like global domination?
I didn't realize it went that far, but I was pretty. I think I was aware of like they were part. Like he was part of like a group that was like somewhat extreme. Yeah.
They wanted to reestablish the like imperial Japanese like dynasty system, not in the same way as it was obviously, but like they wanted to reestablish that so that way they could have like an authoritarian political regime that could lead Japan back to its quote-unquote former glory. Because like that's one of the things, right, is that Japan still isn't allowed to have a standing military. They're allowed to have a security force, but they're not allowed to have a standing military, you know, for obvious reasons, despite the fact that Germany is. But you know, that's its own problem, I guess. I don't know, it's one of those things where it's just like, imagine that went further. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's still going further to this day. But like, imagine that went further in the future, and then you looked back on it, and it's like, oh, obviously,
well, I think
this
it would become a cycle, you know, where it's like as soon as someone makes rules, right? There are those people who start to be like, well, what are rules? What's the point of it? Like it'll circle back, and then it'll come back to like, you'll always have that faction who is against something. Even if someone says definitively this is right or wrong, there's some people who just look at that and just be like, no, like you said, no.
Well, because once again, truly, right and wrong is a matter of perspective, because people have their own circumstances and beliefs that they bring to anything, and it's just whether or not they know that they're doing something, whether or not they know that they're doing something malicious that determines whether or not it's right or wrong. But like, I don't know. Like, we don't need to get into it, but like, one of the most fascinating conversations I had in the past was, it was me and two coworkers. One of them was we will describe as terminally online, and the other one was heritageously Jewish, right? Their family comes from Israel. And they were having, and I was privy to sitting in on a truly fascinating discussion on whether or not Israel as like a country is moral to exist. And it's like, it's the same thing where it's like, God fucking damn it, like, why is there so much? Like, why are there so many really, like, intense and passionate religious factions in this, like, really tight area of the world? Like, if you didn't have 3 of the largest religious entities in the world all fighting for, like, this effectively, like, one city, obviously a lot of problems would still exist, but, like, fucking damn it, dude. And also, like, Israel was effectively an apology to like the Jewish people. Sorry, not the Jewish people, that's insensitive, but like it was an apology to them for World War II. It's like, here is some of your like homeland back, and like and like the people who were living there are like, what the fuck? And it's like yeah, that does make sense that those people would be really upset by that. But at the same time, it is the ancestral homeland of like a bunch of these different people. So it's like, man, it's so fucked up. And you ever watch that movie Lawrence of Arabia?
Oh, I feel like a long time ago.
It's a long movie, so I don't forgive you for not remembering. But like, Lawrence of Arabia is one of those like baffling movies, because I think it's the best rendition of this dream, I guess, because like the whole point of Lawrence of Arabia was that like an outside party approaches these different disparate warring factions in Arabia, i.e. the Middle East, and is able to like see from an outside perspective like how these things could work, and like doesn't fix them but puts them on the right path to be fixed. And it's the sort of thing where it's just like, I don't think that would happen at all. I think that the real world equivalent, like if I had to put like a metaphor on it, I think the real world equivalent to trying to fix whatever the fuck is happening in the Middle East is like trying to retrieve an iron ball from the bottom of an elbow deep pot of boiling water. It's too volatile, and it's been volatile for a long fucking time, and I don't know if there's a way to solve it, because there's so much history in every direction for why these people are mad at each other. You know what I mean? And it's like, anyone from any one of these directions that are in these conflicts can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are right. And that's part of the problem.
Yeah, everyone says they're right, you know?
Even you.
That's the thing.
And it's the sort of thing where it's just like, I believe you, because I know you as a person. I know that you're not insane, right? Like, I know that that's not the circumstance. So it's like, okay, here is like one point on this map, but there's like a fucking zillion other points on this map, and I'm like, I don't know. I can't figure this out. Anyway.
Well, okay. I definitely, there's one thing later off stream I want to send to you that's kind of like news-ish, but yeah, we could finish stream.
What I need in your circumstance, I need a 70-hour long like documentary series describing exactly what the fuck is happening, so that way I can be like, I feel confident.
I think I already gave you like a 3-hour like of those 70 hours. So can I decrease that to like
No,
I
well,
don't know.
because the thing is, and the problem is that a lot of what you talk about is charged from a direction, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying that direction is wrong. I am saying that it makes it difficult for me to understand perspectives, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, one of the most fascinating things about watching like documentaries on like World War II is that oftentimes a lot of those documentaries start with describing the status of Germany post World War I and how that led to the Third Reich and into World War II, right? It was like there's a lot of circumstances that led to these things, and the ultimate end, like the thing that it ultimately turned into that led to World War II, is bad. There has almost never been a more definitive evil on the face of planet Earth, where it's like that was bad. But there was a lot of steps along the way, and it's important to know those steps, I suppose, is the way that I would describe it. So it's just like, what you tell me is like, here are these things, here are the steps, but from the lens of a person who is personally and vehemently affected by these things. I need somebody who has only studied this. I need 100-year-old man to write a 70-hour documentary series where all he's done his entire life is just study this, and he's done nothing else. You know what I mean?
I would like a person like that too, because then they could, so like you said, definitely, probably, and I hope would most likely back what I, because like a lot of this is like historical context that I kind of know too, but unfortunately on my end as well, a lot of that stuff has been gotten rid of because it's not favorable to the people. History
is written by those in power, right? So it's like a lot of the nuances of situations gets diluted over time because people who want to stay in power will try to erase it.
We're talking about like even from like the earliest civilizations. I'm talking about like even from those guys.
I mean, because that was like the thing. Like you talk about Persia a lot, right? And obviously you talk very positively about Persia and like the things that it did correctly. And there are just as many people, probably more actually, that talk negatively about like Persia and the things that it did.
That's the thing.
But once again, is that just because popular media has like influenced them to view it poorly, or are the people who talk about like this wild slave trade that Persia had, are they valid in what they're talking about, or is it just being put through the lens of popular media? You know what I mean? Where it's just like,
I want to. Can we cut stream so as long as like I want to give just like a 5 more minute thing after this.
Can I mention one more thing? Just one more thing, and then we'll be done. Did I ever send you? It's quite a long video, but did I ever send you that video about it was I think it was like an hour and a half long, and it was just this guy who did a video essay. He does a lot of these sort of video essays about was it necessary to drop the atomic bombs on Japan?
I think so. I think you sent me something.
I probably sent it to you. I'm going to assume you didn't watch it because it's essentially the length of a movie.
There's a couple of stuff I watched, but it main. I feel like I did watch something like that, but I don't remember being that long.
I may or may not link it to you again, just because it's mostly a fascinating thing, but not in like, this is in the similar vein to what we're talking about, I suppose, where it's just like over time, the popular belief and the thing that we're taught in schools was that Japan would never have surrendered, right? Japan never would have surrendered. They would have kept going until every single person who was able to fight was dead on the ground, and this was the more humane way of ending the war, yada yada. And we're not going to get into all the details because we don't have an hour and a half, obviously, but like when you actually take the historical records of what was happening towards the end of World War II, and you know, like what people were saying and yada yada and blah blah blah, it turns out that it's like it was a wildly complex issue that people decided to take the big bombastic quick solution as opposed to the slow, arduous, and admittedly more correct decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because things
And-
take time to.
and that's the thing where it's just like quote unquote saving time resulted in the obliteration of like multiple, like tens of thousands of innocent lives in a singular incident in one of the most horrific events in the world twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Twice.
So anyway, I don't know. I just bring that up because it's the sort of thing where it's just like we're taught one thing over and over and over, and then when you start actually getting taught and learning about like the nuances of how things got the way that they are, it's like, man, all of history is just fucked. It's all people making wrong decisions one after another, and then other people also making wrong decisions to try to correct them. That's all history is, you know?
Yes.
And it kind of drives me up a goddamn wall. But anyway, we're done. We're super
With
done.
Twitch,
Good night,
yeah.
Saba. I'll see you tomorrow. We're finishing Outer Wilds. It'll be fun. And then, depending on how things go, I may or may not be able to, you know, be there for your first stream on Friday.
No,
like
that's
just like
fine.
on my
I
phone or
asked,
whatever.
Like, I asked Grant to like help me with troubleshooting and stuff.
Okay.
She said we do that.
All right. Good night.